you
That's
go.
okay. My entire stream just crashed and I got kicked from the server.
Oh! Maybe we got the same internet provider.
I think.
Oh, shit.
Mine chats. OGT says hello, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Hi, OGT. I think he sent a message on the server, but I forgot to reply.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. German D efficiency was. Yes, Geo, it was. You have got to come play the hard home servers, Geo. They are fun. They are fun. There's a lot of different weird stuff on here, and the dildos are very OP. Like they will take something down with one hit. I tend to not pick them up when I'm streaming because I don't want Twitch to be all blah, so yeah, in terms of like DayZ maps and stuff,
Yeah.
I've always thought when I'm running around Chinaris, sometimes it really reminds me of the part of Germany where I live, because I'm kind of in where there's rolling hills and I'm in the countryside, and there's all the hunting stands are in all the woods around here, and it always just kind of reminds me of that landscape a lot.
Yeah, 100% agree. It happens a lot. I mean, I'm hiking a lot. In Germany, I prefer to spend my holidays or our holidays more in areas that we can reach by car because we have a dog and we don't want to travel by plane with the dog. It's
Yeah.
very uncomfy for the animals. So I'm hiking a lot in Germany in different locations and in Europe, and it
Yeah.
happens many times that I stop in the middle of nature and I take a picture and I say to myself, this could be Chernarus or this could be Livonia. I 100%
Yes.
agree with you. It's so great to see. And this is another sign how much a computer game um, got an impact on your daily life, you know?
Yeah, it's true. Have you made any friends that you've met like in person from Daisy?
So far, just one, I would say. So I got a lot of people I met in DayZ, which I would call a remote friend we
Yeah.
never met before. Fingers crossed that that will improve in the future. But one of them um, I met in person already, so they visited us, he and his girlfriend, and it was a really great experience. And I mean, it happens a lot. If you um, know a person by the voice or by a stream or by a phone call for maybe for a month or for years, you got a certain picture of this person in your mind, you
Yeah.
know? And if you meet them the first time, usually I would say the picture is totally different from the reality. And I believe this would happen with me as well.
What's up, Agatsap? How you
But
doing?
yeah, it's interesting to see people you meet and they see in real life the first time, and that was great. Um, I think it was I would say it's a group of friends I met on a Livonia server.
Yeah.
I was looking for a Livonia server with the expansion mod series because I like the base building, and if you come home after a hard day of work and you want to relax, I wanted to spend my evening running around on Livonia, not meeting other players, just chilling, looting, starting to build a base.
Yeah.
And then I met some players, and one of them was the server owner. And it's been a group of 4, and we played DayZ together regularly, and I enjoyed it very much. And that's, I would say, that's a friendship. Meanwhile, and we play every now and then, and yeah, it's interesting to see to meet the people you play DayZ with in real life. Then
That was gone that fast.
did you meet any people you know from DayZ in real life?
I've actually met several.
Yeah.
I did a trip up to England a couple of years ago,
Wow.
and we all went to an amusement park and
Mhm.
and met up there together,
Wow.
and that's a lot of fun. But slang. Well, I feel like I'm way too old to say boyfriend, but that's guess that's what he is. I actually met him playing DayZ, and we talked for a long time before we decided to meet because he lives in England, of course.
Yeah.
But now we've been together for 2 years, so
Wow.
yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we met
I
in
love that.
Chinaris, so that's of course gotta be my favorite map forever and ever.
Yeah, of course.
Don't be too
Right.
friendly. I meant what? Now the fucker is with me. Dr. Malevolent.
I will try to figure out where I am. I think Onuba is the place.
Okay, I'll walk down that way.
Yeah.
I thought about maybe doing another community meetup, but this time going to Europa Park and having anybody who's around come the same day and hang out because it was
Oh,
a lot of fun to just hang out with a bunch of DayZ people and ride roller coasters and
perfect.
it'd be fun to do that here in
Yeah.
Germany too. Although there's not a whole lot of us that live here, but there's enough, I think.
Yeah. And I mean, you see, you went to the UK to see other people from
Yeah.
the community. So and I think we got some DayZ players from the Netherlands, for example. They could come
Yes.
over as well. That would be nice. Got some names on my mind. And
Yeah, I've got one. I've
I
got
mean,
one of
it's
them in my
it's not
chat.
you don't have to take a 4 hours flight or anything
Right, exactly.
to meet up. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's really quick to get around here. So yeah, I was thinking about maybe doing that in the summertime when
Oh,
it's not so cold.
yeah. That's great. I think I see you down the road. I'm at the summer camp right now.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, perfect.
So what is your favorite event that you've done, that you've participated in, or that you've watched?
Yeah. I watch a lot events. I just did a few myself. So as a player, hello again.
Hello.
Who's on your shirt? Is it Nicolas Cage?
It is. It is.
Oh,
It's
no.
my daughter loves Nicolas Cage, and she's in my chat
Really?
right now, so I found it
Oh,
had to put it
perfect.
on. Yeah.
Hello, daughter. Long live Nicolas Cage. Live long and prosper.
Right.
Yeah. No,
I
what was
view
the
them,
question?
but
Sorry. I get distracted
do you
all the
have
time.
a favorite event that you've participated in or
Yeah,
watched?
sorry. Yeah. So I think
I do.
it's easy to do stream snipe events as a player because you don't have to sign up. If you got some time and there's slots available, jump
Yeah.
on and have some fun. That's always good. Always a big fun if you run as a solo, team up on the server, or if you join as a group, always good. But then I think it was Sunny again in my early event days, preparing her first.
This is not server
solo
performance,
event
by the way.
remote.
New subscriber.
Remember
This
that
is
one?
my
It
internet
was as
making
the
it
name
look
says,
dodgy.
the
OGT, thank
only
you so much for
ones,
that gift
so
sub
it
to
was
my daughter.
like
Thank you.
Battle Royale style
Yeah.
on Chinaros, and I was part of the test event before.
Oh, okay.
I think it was with Ewart and Doc Trice
Thank you.
and all those big names.
Thank you so much,
And
OGT.
I loved it. It was really nice. It was a really nice experience playing that one. You know, I sometimes struggle to plan ahead to have an event scheduled in my calendar. It gives me sometimes limitations.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a collision with my private life, which has always priority number one.
Yes.
And that's why I don't want to be tied up to a certain event and to a calendar. And
I can
That's why
respect that.
prefer to play something like, I would say, stream snipe events. Another
Where?
one, and it was a unique series of
Oh,
DC
wait.
events.
All those zombies just took off running after something. Maybe a
Oh,
player, or I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just
yeah,
saw all of the zombies take off going
but
that
you're
way,
right.
chasing something.
I think they're in a barn. They are running around the barn, though. There might be another player.
Huh.
Could be. Could be. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, and here is. Is it you? No, this is me. This is my old me. I'm stinky. Stinky and crusty.
This is my old me.
Yeah. Oh man. Look at me. Poor guy. Let's grab some stuff.
So
Take whatever
sad.
you need. Do I have a backpack? Yeah, that's fine. Shoes. No, and another very nice and unique series of DC events was from Sauerkraut, the Daisy Taskmaster.
I loved the
Oh yeah,
Taskmaster events, and
yeah,
Sauerkraut was such a genius for coming up with those.
absolutely, absolutely.
An evil
Was
genius, but a genius.
I couldn't agree more.
Oh, that is a
Absolutely.
slick looking field jacket, y'all.
Oh, by the way, I got a spare dildo just in case you need one. Where are you?
Hugs and kisses and stars for
This
wishes,
one.
OGT.
Take it. Take a choice.
I'll take the Christmas one.
Okay, good. You're still in the Christmas mood. I love it.
Yeah, my tree's still up. I'm gonna take it down this weekend, but yeah, it's still up.
Yeah. We took down ours on Tuesday
Yeah.
because they picked it up on Wednesday, so
Yeah.
we got rid of it. Yeah.
I
So and yeah, Daisy Taskmaster was absolutely awesome, and Sauerkraut put so much effort into every single version of it.
Do
Yeah,
you think
there's
somebody's
a
hiding in there?
person. Yeah, yeah, they are trying to slap the clown from inside.
Huh.
Do I have anything to shoot with?
I have a revolver.
That's good. Don't have much.
Well, looks like they got the clown.
Oh, that's good.
Hiya.
Oh, thank God.
That's
Get
bad
him
guy.
away. Oh, thank the Lord. No. Get. I'm stunned. Sorry, I'm just trying to swing this. He's like the Terminator.
He is like the Terminator.
Ah,
Oh my god.
Out of ammo.
oh my God.
Thing is a tank.
Get him with the dildo. Get him with the dildo.
That thing is a tank. He's a
Yeah.
he's a tank.
Get him. Ah,
I've got one more. Okay.
Wow. He's a Terminator, man. Like, this guy's unreal.
Oh, come on.
No, let's get him. Oh,
Oh,
yes.
my hero.
Here we go.
Yeah. Dude, it's the clown that's the worst as well, man. They're all the same.
Yeah, the clown's awful.
Hey.
Yeah, it's tough.
There's loads
It's
didn't even notice. Damn. So how you doing, boys and girls? Where you from?
Doing all right. Doing all right. I'm in Germany.
oh wait a sec.
You good?
Grab some stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. No, dude, thank you for the rescue. I didn't know these guys had like fucking the shit.
Yeah, they got
Just
some
help us some of the
loot.
food if you want. No. Yeah.
I'm
I'll
good, I'm
remember
good.
that next time and not miss them, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate that, guys. So where are you off to? Where have you been? How's life?
Oh, we've been dying.
Yeah, life is good. Life is good.
Yeah.
Trying to explore a little bit, you know.
Oh, tell me about it. I've literally been alive a whole 5 minutes. I'm trying to find a friend. I think he's over this way. He heard the
All right.
gunshots, so I think he'll be coming this way too. So I told him I was having a bit bother with the club.
I love listening to this
But you
guy
did great.
talk. He's great.
Perfect.
Oh, this is good. It's good. Have you seen any spiders or predators yet?
But I don't want to see them, but we will see them. But I
Yeah.
got some
That's what we're here for. If it
unfortunate.
needs, we can kill it.
Yeah, exactly. I got some unfortunate encounters with hairy spiders.
Oh shit! Oh, that's what we're looking for. Definitely,
Okay.
definitely.
I like
we're
this
looking
guy.
for you guys, man.
Yeah, I think
eyeballs.
continue our way south.
Yeah, no worries, no worries. Hey, could you tell where I am actually? I'm just outside Onuba Amana.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. I think the summer camp is over there. So if you go in
Right,
this
right.
direction, you come to Astad.
All right.
Um,
Where's north? Are you able to move directions? This.
This
yeah?
is north. Yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Happy hunting out there, boys, and thank you for the assist. I
Yeah.
really appreciate
No
that.
worries.
Have a
No
great
worries.
day.
Take care, mate.
Yep.
Bye
Bye.
bye. Cheers, guys.
Bye. Bye bye. That player over here. Oh, this is you.
Oh yeah, that's me. Oh, there's my purple baseball bat.
Yeah.
I'm so excited.
You still got a bandage in your hand. Oh, rest in peace.
A lot of pieces.
A lot of pieces. Yeah, that's nice. Oh, the nine-inch nails shirt is broken.
Yeah, that's sad. That's sad.
All right. Where did we stop before we met the guy? Can't remember.
At the military checkpoint? I don't know.
Yeah.
So, what would you like to see for like the future of events then? Or how do you think that more and more people are going to be creating more and more different events, or will we keep seeing? I mean, the stream type events are popular because, like you said, they're easy to do, they're easy to join. You can join in if you have time. You don't have to make a commitment that you might, like you said. My private life's the same way. It's priority over everything, and I've got kids, so that can make things really unpredictable, and I get so sad when I have to back out of an event. I feel like people get upset, So I love the events where you don't have to make a time commitment.
Yeah, exactly. It's the same over here.
Biz, he sounded slightly like a drunk you, but your
I
voice
was
is deeper
thinking
than that to
about
me. Like his voice was
how to
not like
set
your
up
voice
the
is
event
deeper.
calendar and how far do I want to go with it?
Yeah.
Do I want to organize events myself? How much time do I invest in that stuff? And I said, let's start with the calendar. Make it as good as possible. Doesn't have to be perfect, but as long as people like it and
Was that you?
accept it as a service.
You sounded drunk.
That's fine.
But you have a deeper voice.
And want to take care about how much time do I invest in that one.
Yeah.
So my decision so far is they are so good, so many really good and brilliant and excellent event hosts out there. I don't need to do that one.
Yeah.
And my way of supporting the community and the event community itself is the calendar and spreading the word, doing a little bit of promoting the events, keeping people informed, and that's about it. When I think about events itself and
yeah, no, your voice is deeper. Your voice is deeper, Biz.
When I started looking into that one, there were only a few, like from the big names.
Yeah.
And they were really good, well organized, and there were only or almost no points to improve, I would say.
Yeah.
And they got a lot of attraction, and that was great. Meanwhile, there are, as we said, events all over the board, which is good. Oh, there's another player.
There's a player, yeah.
That's his friend, I believe.
Yeah, probably. Hopefully he's as
Yeah.
friendly as his friend was.
Yeah, he's wiggling, that's fine. It's not a guarantee, but
Right.
to be continued.
How you doing?
Hey guys,
Hey.
how you
Hey.
doing?
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad.
Think
For your
we
friend?
just Yeah, I think we just
Mumble,
saw your
he's up there,
friend.
isn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's up the road.
A nice one. He's on his way, I think.
He was having
Right.
some problems. Yeah.
Are you alright for weapons and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
just wandering around, exploring this world a little bit to avoid the really dangerous creatures and see where we
My
where we end
internet
up.
can't handle other
That's
players
it. Yeah,
right
I've
now.
literally just ran all the way down now. All I've bumped into so far is a couple of monkeys.
Oh yeah, they're quite
That's
nice.
They're weird.
Yeah,
Providing
yeah,
some
see.
bananas.
That's it. Yeah, you get 3 or 4 banana funds. Great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah,
too bad.
good luck on your adventure. See you around.
Yeah,
Yeah, have
thanks.
fun.
Take
All right, take care, and you. Cheers.
bye.
Cheers.
Bye bye. Lovely.
Yeah, what I really appreciate about the Daisy calendar is that I have access to all of the smaller events that used to kind of get lost and used to kind of fall through the cracks. Now I can see not just the big events, which are fun, but I'm able to support more people throughout the community because I know about them.
Yeah, 100%. And I think this is a big plus, and it didn't take long that event hosts and players realized that there's a certain potential that they can use this platform to promote their events, to get more people to sign up if any registration is required. And I love the idea, and it's quite nice. And the variety of the different events, coming back to your question, is huge meanwhile. And the event hosts are really creative. And I think there are not really any gaps of how to set up a certain idea of an event. And I think I would love to leave this to the event host, having great ideas, the names out there.
Oh,
And,
shit.
oh no, oh no. I don't feel prepared for that one.
Oh, my internet is not going to let me be prepared
Geekler.
for any of this.
Die already.
Okay. We're going to have to get this one out.
I almost feel that the dildo is useless. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
There we
this
go.
one is so hard to kill.
Oh, he got some nice stuff, but I think I should prepare some weapons.
Yeah, but there's going to be a snake coming soon.
Oh,
We
right,
gotta,
yeah.
because
Oh,
there's snakes in this area.
I remember that. Let me get that. Don't need that. Alright. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay, where to? Over here?
Ooh, oh, that snake's dead. Oh no, that's your old spider thing. Yeah, okay.
Oh yeah, okay.
That's your
Leave it
spider sword.
Yeah. No, I think if you look at the spectrum of the DayZ events, you got the huge ones, the small ones, the easy to do ones, and it's great to see how much effort most of the DayZ event hosts put in, and sometimes I feel a little bit sad when there's somebody setting up an event, asking for sign-ups, doing advertisement promotion for their events, and then they need to postpone it because people are not interested, or maybe the timing,
Yeah.
or maybe
Bye,
the timing
Shane.
is
Have a
wrong.
fantastic rest of your
And,
weekend. Thank you
I
so
mean,
much for
that's
stopping by.
another
I'll be on again Monday.
positive point of the calendar. If you are planning to do an event, you can avoid collisions in the schedule of the people a little bit more
Yes.
to avoid the overlapping. That's another good thing. But it makes me sad that sometimes it might be something where people do some work into it and then, oops, wanna kill, and then nothing happens.
Yeah, that it's it's frustrating too when you're
Yeah,
the person who's putting on an event and that
exactly,
happens.
exactly. And this makes me thinking of, is the market saturated, oversaturated of DC events? But I think it's the minor stuff that it's the matter of timing, because the DC players are all around the world, and the time zones was a big challenge for me already with the calendar. But wow, this is a nice top. What is it? Looks like a carpet.
Yeah, it's
So
called the Dude's Rug Hoodie.
it's perfect. It's
It is.
upcycling in its best form, right?
It is.
I love it. That's great.
It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sometimes I wonder if it's a little bit saturated, but also I think sometimes some of the Daisy events are a lot of Daisy people who play and who stream and who play in the events, they want that PvP. And I
Exactly.
think for some of the events that are not super PvP focused,
Hmm.
the average Daisy player is going to go, okay, but what's in it for me, and how can I look like a mega Daisy player?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
so I think part of it is people have to open their minds up a little bit more and say, let's give this a go, because I feel like with the Taskmaster events, it was like that.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't PvP, so people maybe didn't quite understand it. But if more people would have played, they would have understood. Like they were so different and so creative and so fun, and showed so much of what DayZ can do outside of just your standard, PvP.
Exactly. And the level of creativity, this is so unique. I couldn't imagine it before. And when I heard of the Taskmaster events from Sauerkraut, I had to dig a little bit deeper and watch old videos from events before to get an idea what is it about and what happens. And opla,
Oops, sorry.
oops, no worries, you're bleeding. Um, and it was a little bit tough to understand what's going on. And maybe this is a little bit of an issue of DayZ events, so sorts. Because if you're thinking about DayZ, it's all about PvP, looting
Yeah.
up, and then in different forms with different styles of events. But those unique ones, that's a little bit tough to communicate to the people. What is it about? Yeah,
Yeah, and I had to go. I didn't realize that Taskmaster was an actual TV show.
yeah, same.
So then after I went and I watched a couple of episodes of it on YouTube, I thought, "Oh, now I really get it."
Yeah, absolutely. Then it makes sense. Yeah,
And I loved them when he said he wasn't doing anymore. I got sad because they were fun to participate in, and they
yeah,
were fun to watch. They were
absolutely,
so different.
absolutely. And then with those events, a big part is who's going to shoutcast the events. So this is another big part. Sometimes it's the event host himself or herself
Taskmaster is
doing that part,
fantastic,
but
Biz.
I think you shoutcasted already one or two or three events, right?
I've shoutcasted several events. I
Yeah,
love shoutcasting. I
yeah,
will shoutcast anytime I get the opportunity to. But
yeah,
yeah, I've done a few.
yeah. And I remember it was great. I couldn't remember exactly which events it was, but I remember it was great because you got a beautiful voice to do that. You get a lot of
Oh.
humor, and you always get the right perspective on those
Oh,
ones.
thank you. Yeah, I did Kings of the Castle and
Yeah,
one of the Taskmasters.
yeah.
Plus, if I'm shoutcasting, then I don't have to make a fool of myself in the PvP.
That's a good point. but I don't think you would be a fool.
One thing I love about the events, and I'll ask if you love too, because you talked about being a lone wolf a lot.
Yeah.
There haven't really been any solo events. Everything is a duos or team event. Do you like doing team events?
Yeah. I think it's a big pro if you want to participate in an event as a team that you know each other already
The
for
day
the
after
call
tomorrow
outs, for
shoutcasting?
different roles maybe.
When is it,
Um,
Biz?
and
Yes,
this is a
as
big
long as
plus. But it doesn't have to be necessarily.
if I can get it on my calendar
Sometimes
before my
it's a big
son makes me
fun,
do stuff.
and especially for the viewers, a bigger entertainment if you team up event. Um, got a hiccup in Discord already?
Oh boy.
Oh man, still stable? Okay. So I think this is a matter of entertainment. If you bring different people together, because this is
I would
Daisy
love to,
itself.
Bizbomb.
You
That's an
know,
honor.
like the
Thank
people
you.
we met before. We could have teamed up on a PvP-oriented server and trying to get some action together, or you decide to play solo. And this is quite nice as a event concept, but I think it's more fair if you have balanced teams. So if you want to stand yourself as a solo against a group of 3, it's almost impossible for a standard player. There
Yeah.
are chats out in the world that could do it
The chat's out in the
easily,
world, not me.
but talking about the average DC player, it's not possible.
Yeah,
So,
no.
hmm, and
It definitely isn't.
yeah, and the solo YOLO
Oh.
from Zenny, that was great because it was defined as a solo event. It's a battle royale, no team ups allowed, and that was a big fun. And I watched the real event then after being part of the test event, and was so much fun to watch. It was huge entertainment, and I loved it. But I think events is another. Watch out. Yeah, I love the dildo.
I know, it's so powerful.
Yeah, it is. But I think people watch videos and streams and even events to get a different perspective.
No,
And
we're
I
keeping
was
this city.
always very keen to get some inspiration to do this or that, or regarding tactical stuff, regarding strategy, regarding
Yeah.
those kind of points.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
in events,
Oh, I
it's
don't
great
need
to
that.
see how people come together,
Well,
how the
I might use a
the gameplay
silencer later.
works as a group, as a squad, or whatever, and you can learn from that as a standard DayZ player. And this is for
Yeah.
me personally a very important point.
Yeah, I agree. I love watching the events and learning because you see so many different play styles, and there's not one kind of right way to do things.
Yeah,
There's a million different ways.
exactly.
I'm terrified to be a solo player. I don't like. I never play solo. Last night we were having our shit show Thursday last night, but
Yeah.
a lot of people, like, we just didn't have people come join.
Mhm.
So we all just decided to split up and go against each other. And I'm no match. I'm no match for any of them. They're
Yeah.
you know they've all been playing as long as you have, and so I'm no match. But I was like, somebody please be with me, just one person. I don't like being alone.
That's great.
But I love the team events because when I'm participating in the team events, then I'm learning new play styles and I'm meeting new people, and it's like, oh, I've seen you in this stream or that stream, or I've heard of you or whatever, and then you get to, like, actually run with them and play with them and get to know them a little bit as a person. And I think that's probably one of my favorite thing about events is that it helps to kind of knit the community even a little bit closer. Uh-oh. I think it's Discord went again.
Sorry again.
This
I
is
hope
what
this
it's
is
like
the
to
last
live in
time that
German
my Discord
internet,
crashes.
guys. No worries. Like I said, I've been having the internet problems all week. I'm still having them right now because like I'm pretty laggy in the game, and I know it's not the server.
Yeah, exactly. We should bear in mind, maybe we should switch the internet provider then.
Yeah. Yeah, my internet provider even sent me a new modem on Tuesday, and it's actually worse now than it was.
Oh no. That's horrible. I mean, I'm not a technical person. I don't know if I can blame my internet provider for crashing Discord. I think I need to set up that stuff correctly, but not today.
Yeah, not today. Not today.
Yeah.
So you've been playing games for a while, but what was the
Oh, yeah.
first game that you ever played?
This is pretty hard to remember because I'm, as I said, I'm an old school guy, and that's for a reason. So I'm not a youngster anymore. And I had my first computer when I was 16, and it's been called a Commodore C64.
Oh, okay. So I had one of those when I was about the
Oh.
same age.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Love it. That's great. No, and the games those days were a little bit chunky.
Yeah, for sure.
Not sure if I still remember one of the game's names, but I think later on you could play some stuff like Donkey Kong and such.
Yeah?
Yeah, the typical Atari games, I would say.
Yeah.
But I think the game series, the franchise, which I played a lot before I came really into DayZ, was the Battlefield franchise, starting with Battlefield Vietnam. That was quite nice because one interesting part, and I saw this in no other game, was if you jumped into one of the vehicles, if it was a jeep or a tank or a jet or a helicopter, you could switch on the radio and play Vietnam music.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Was great. Imagine you take one of the Hueys, you fly over the sea and prepare to land at the coast and Fly of the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
Like in Apocalypse Now.
Yes.
I like the smell of napalm in the morning.
I love
so this
yes.
was
Smells
this
like
was
victory.
insane.
Yes.
I played it a lot with all the ups and downs, and I met a few people. Then we grouped up. Then we had a little, how was it called in those days? Yeah, we even started to
Fizzbomb,
play
it's been a year and a half for me so far.
Electronic Sports League, ESL. It was great fun. I think the groups has been
and it looks
called
like
clans, I believe.
It looks like Rody and I both had the same provider.
Guilds or something, but those were clans.
Okay.
And we had our weekly training, but we weren't that good. It was big fun, and that was the biggest goal, to have fun.
Yeah.
You have totally different characters.
Like as you can see,
clan.
I'm like it is shocking, Biz.
Really,
this is not
really
like 2001,
and some
you know,
which were really calmed and relaxed and chilled.
I had better internet in Bahrain in 2009 than I've had in Germany.
The group can play a game together, even if they are totally different characters.
Yes.
We weren't successful. We were in the midfield in Battlefield Vietnam in the ESL, but the fun part was great. It was always good to see. And then I think I jumped over to the original Battlefield, which was called 1942.
There's just not any excuse for it at this point. Honestly, we've had this technology for ages.
Desert combat and such. And I played then Battlefield 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and whatever it's called. Taking place in different scenarios of different wars.
Yeah.
But the actual one, I think it's called 2042, I stopped playing. You lagging?
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. Rubber banding. Hello.
Yes.
There we go.
it's laggy for me. I think it's just my connection.
Yeah, that's fine. We're not in a PvP situation.
Right. Right. If I was, my bullet would land 5 minutes after I die.
That's fun. No, and then I stopped playing it because I got sick of chasing the stats, the kill-death ratio, run and gun, and it was too fast-paced for me. I enjoy playing DC much more
Bizbomb, I would
nowadays.
not be surprised if
And there are
that's. I think it's
really
something with either the way the house is
only a
wired
few
or
games
the
I play
connection coming
regularly.
into the
By
house.
far, it's DC, and then I trade out some single-player games like Days Gone,
Okay.
because I like let's say, the scenario with a biker in a post-apocalyptic world. That's quite nice and relaxing. It's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And sometimes I like to play simulations.
So I was
like
gonna ask him
Anno
what his other
1800.
games that he plays are, but he's already
That's
answered the
that
question.
kind of stuff, simulating economy, simulating building up the worlds. This
Okay,
is kind of
yeah.
relaxing but challenging at the same time.
It
But
is.
slow paced, It's quite nice. And when the pandemic hit, I was very keen to get Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, because I'm not a typical flight simulator guy, because I found it a little bit boring. Where are we? Let's go to the left. I think
Yeah,
this is
I
south.
think so.
Yeah, yeah. To learn all the technical stuff which you need to do if you want to get good in a flight simulator.
Yeah.
But then with the pandemic, a flight simulator gave me the opportunity to go and visit the places I couldn't go to due to the damn bug.
Yeah, I should have done that.
Yeah.
That's what I found DayZ, but yeah, I should have been. You
That's
should have
great.
been flying to all the places that I like to visit.
Yeah. So in 2020, we wanted to go to Iceland another time.
Oh, I
And
would love
then
to
with
go
the
to
pandemic, it
Iceland.
wasn't possible anymore. So I hopped in my little Cessna and flew to and went to Iceland. And at least I saw the places we were planning on our route from a
Yeah.
bird's eye perspective. It was, of course, by far not the same, but it was quite nice because if you travel those lands, you see it as we do right here in 2 dimensions.
Yes.
But using the 3rd dimension, that is always a big impression for me, and this is why I like to play the flight simulator every now and then. Here we go.
Wow.
And a positive thing is, I still remember when we've been in New Zealand, we took a
Well, plus
Cessna
I don't know
because
where the
the
tropical
road to one of
box
the
is.
fjords
I don't know
we
where the
wanted to
tropical
visit
server is.
was
I
blocked
could
due
have
to
like
a
300 ping right
big
now if
rock
this
or
is an
something.
American server.
So the only way to go there was by airplane. So we chartered a little Cessna, and my wife is a little bit scared of flying.
Yeah.
And this machine, if you
Oh,
if
little
you
tiny Cessna and you're scared
entered
of flying?
the
No.
little Cessna, the cockpit seemed to be like from Volkswagen Beetle from
Oh,
the 1970s.
no, no.
It was a very, let's say,
Ugh.
interesting experience. But I loved it because it was so rudimental. It was flying like you would do 40 years ago. And you were pretty close to all the technique. And I had a lot of flashbacks when I first jumped into a Cessna in the Microsoft Flight Simulator. I felt like back in the days in New Zealand, and it was great.
Yeah.
And
I
and
don't
it was
know.
nice.
I
It was
think
nice to learn about that stuff, you know.
I
Like,
think I agree with your wife though. I don't like I don't I have to fly a lot. Like if I want to see
yeah,
my family, I have
yeah,
to fly.
yeah,
But a little tiny plane, they get so much more if you feel the turbulence so much
yep,
worse. Just
yep, exactly.
oh.
Exactly. If my, I mean, if you're an enthusiast and you like to fly and like to
Yeah.
think about the technique behind it and the history a little bit and the development over the decades, then it could be really interesting to
Yeah.
get back in time and fly one of those things.
Yeah, yeah, it definitely could.
Yeah. And then I wanted to level up a little bit regarding the immersion, and I said, hmm, I could do it with VR, but I got
Ooh.
glasses and I had VR just once. I visited a trade show and they wanted to show the interior of a room using VR, and I struggled a lot because it was not focused for my eyes, you know. And so I decided, no, I don't want to invest in VR. It's too expensive. You need to have a big rig. A high performance machine to do that. And then I figured out there is something like a head tracker, works with infrared.
Okay.
And that was an investment of 200 euros or something. So not cheap, of course, but affordable for
What?
me. And that was great.
Oh, that sounds really
Um,
cool.
yeah, immersion, you get a totally different immersion having a joystick. Um, and some controllers, and then you turn your head, and the in-game pilot turns his head as well, and this is totally different to a typical fixed view on the screen.
That's
So
wild.
for simulators like flight simulators, makes total sense. It's
Yeah,
great.
that's wild. That sounds
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah, it's really good. It's the best investment. 200 bucks for such an immersion. Love it.
Yeah, that's worth it for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, this is so bad. Oh my god. Look, I'm David Lee
My
Roth.
inventory is a mess.
My inventory is always a mess.
Oh, really? Maybe there should be some bonus points in events for the best looking inventory.
For sure, yeah. So as far as DayZ going into the future, what is something that you would like to see DayZ do that they haven't done yet?
Yeah. I mean, I don't know the right translation into English. I'm a guy. I'm happy with having not much, you know.
Okay, okay.
So I'm quite comfortable with what I have, or I try to be comfortable. I'm not wanting too much, and that's the same with DayZ. As long as it's stable, as long as the community is happy and the player base doesn't disappear, I'm happy, and I'm quite enjoying the little steps the DayZ devs do. And if it's a new helmet like we saw today, or a hint for a new weapon, or in the long term, over the year, hopefully a new map at
Map.
the end of the year. Yep,
Yeah.
exactly. Um, that's great news. Um, I mean, looking into the chat of the stream today, people are asking for helicopters. There are really good helicopters out there as mods, so the
Yeah.
Red Falcon stuff is really, really good. Of course, you need to um, to bear in mind that the DayZ engine got some limitations, even for
Yeah.
brilliant modders like Red Falcon. That it's nice, and here again, using the third dimension, you think you know Journarus, the map, or any other map, like your own living room. But then, oh, there's a spider.
Oh, there's two. What is the big one? Oh, no, no, no,
That's,
no.
yeah, the hairy
No.
one.
Oh.
I don't like spiders in real life.
I don't either. Is that my only ammo?
Here we go. One less.
All right, I'm gonna have to get down. With the way that the lag and the desync is happening. I don't know if I'm shooting at the spider or if I'm shooting where the spider was a few seconds ago.
Okay, thank you.
Perfect.
Perfect.
With the way that my I'm lagging right now, I don't know whether I'm shooting at the spider now or where it was a few seconds ago.
Yeah, I got issues to reload meanwhile. It's weird. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I think I look at it. I play two games that are really old. I play DayZ, and then I play another game called Planet Coaster that came out in 2016.
Right.
And they stopped doing updates for that game in 2019.
Oh.
So it's terribly optimized. It's definitely showing its age. I still play it and I still love it. But when I see people complaining about, oh, the devs never do anything, da da da. And I'm thinking, this game is 10 years old and they're still putting out regular updates. They're still putting out yearly roadmaps. They're still making sure that, you know, it runs well. Like today, they were talking about with the trees. I mean, they're going to optimize the game. They found a way to Oh, look at that thing over there with the horns next to the...
Holy shit. Did you hear? I played Noel Card, the winter Card map from Hard Home the other day. And the sound this guy is making
yes,
is scaring me off.
It is, yes, because I played I played Noel Kart 2 a couple of weeks ago. What the hell is that?
I mean, even with a minigun, I don't want to encounter that guy.
No.
Yeah. No, so the future of DayZ, I don't want to ask for big things, really, because I think, and this is in the mindset of the devs, I believe, and of the managers of Bohemia, that there's a really, really good modding scene out there with brilliant brains, and I think sometimes even the DayZ devs get their inspirations from the modders. See what's working, what's not, what makes sense, and some things they just adopt in maybe a little different way, but that's a big plus of the modding scene in DayZ.
Yeah, I think it makes it truly unique how the modders and the DayZ devs kind of can work hand in hand and inspire each other. I think what a lot of people might take for granted if they've never been a part of any other community, you know, if they've only been kind of insulated in the DayZ community, is that we have something really unique and special in this big exchange of ideas. Everybody is always helping everybody out. You've got people that are hosting servers and hosting events for people completely for free and making sure the events run smoothly. And then you've got the modders modding things for maps, modding things specifically just for events. I mean, just like clothes specifically for an event, you know, with people's logos on them and stuff. So you've got this huge exchange of ideas. I don't know that it exists in the same way outside of this game.
Absolutely. And I can't even imagine how hard it is to adopt any design design of clothing, like a jacket or putting a logo
Yeah.
on a backpack or something else. I think it's really fiddly, if this makes sense.
Yeah.
And I got huge respect for the people doing that.
Oh, I do too. And I think it's really great that Bohemia allows that, because there are some other companies that would say, if you want to be allowed to mod stuff on our game, if you want
Mhm.
access to the things that will allow you to mod it, you have to pay a subscription fee or whatever. And Bohemia doesn't
Yeah,
do that.
yeah, exactly.
So if you could have anything in DayZ named after you, if you could have anything
Oh,
called Rody, what would it be?
holy smokes! What a question! Thank you. You got me cold-blooded. I don't even dare to think about that one. Maybe maybe you made me sleepless nights now.
Oh
In a
no!
positive way. I see myself waking up in the middle of a night at 3 a.m. thinking about what could it be with my name on. I don't know. I
Modders,
don't know.
listen up!
I mean,
Modders, listen up!
I feel already honored in a huge way that the Daisy event calendar got some billboards in the maps from Sauerkraut. So he implemented it on Utes.
Yes.
This is really awesome. And he's working on a role play server. I don't know if you heard about that one. It's called
Oh yeah.
Wiggins. It's called Wiggins, and it's Chernarus before the apocalypse.
Yeah, he's been working on it for, gosh, over a year.
Yeah, 1.5 years meanwhile, exactly.
Yes. And he's another one who is such a huge supporter in the
Yeah,
community.
absolutely. Absolutely. And he's not asking for money, you know.
No?
That's just amazing. Um, if you want to donate, you can do, but he's not really asking for that. And
Right.
this is honorable with no limits, really. And it's such a coming back to Wiggins, to Chernarus, another clown, Chernarus before the apocalypse. If you wander around Chernogorsk or Electro and you don't see broken windows in the buildings, everything is nice and shiny. This is such a different feeling. It looks like a totally different map. It's a different
Yeah,
world, even. Yeah.
it is. When he was doing Taskmaster, I think it's about a year ago. He had me. Oh, is that one of those? It's one of those guys that just has muscles and no skin.
Oh yeah.
Those are hard to kill.
It's
Um,
too. It's too. Let's
yeah.
swing around. Let's have a walk on the beach.
When he was doing Taskmaster and I was going to shoutcast it,
Yeah.
I was on a little bit early to learn the admin stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And so he showed me around what he had been working on so far. And yeah, he had Cherno all just, nothing was broken. Everything was, he had already put so much work into it at that point.
Oh, yeah.
And now he's got the working Ferris wheel on there, and
Wow, yeah, and the bumper cars.
blows my mind.
Yeah. This is incredible.
And that's what's possible, isn't it? Yeah. You
Yeah,
can turn it
absolutely.
into anything else. And he was telling me his idea for the RP server back then even. And it's
Mhm.
going to be a different game.
Absolutely, totally different. And I'm glad that he convinced the model of the role play stuff to get it and to turn it into, let's say, his special touch.
Yes.
And I can't wait for the next playtest. It's gonna be awesome. It will be different, of course. So if you want to be the PvP DayZ player on that map, maybe it's not the right touch. You could do it, but it's totally different. As you said, it's a different game.
Yeah. Yeah, it is.
But this shows how much creativity you can use and get and bring to life. What's that? With DayZ. Uh-oh. 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 Oh no!
is it just said? Okay.
We need bigger guns. Come here.
Oh, that's one of
Ugly
those
creature.
things.
Oh, wasn't
Oh,
hard.
okay. I thought
Yeah,
that was
but
going to be way worse than that.
Yeah. All right. That's even better.
So usually I ask this, and you know, people are streamers when I ask this question, but
Mhm.
since you have a gaming name, which of course is iroadie, how did you choose that? Was that your first kind of online name?
Wow, yeah, I think so. I even can't remember when I started it, but I used it from the beginning. As soon as the games went online with the first multiplayer stuff, I think I decided to go with this name. And I believe it's a short version, I believe, because it's a long time ago and I don't remember correctly. I believe it's a shortcut of Roadrunner, Meep Meep.
He
Um,
said me beep.
and
That was so
it's
cute.
somehow connected to my real world family name a little bit, if you translate it, but that's the point. And it got stuck, so I liked it. It's short and it's remember. And sometimes people understand Brody. That's fine for me. I go with Rody as well, and that's cool.
Yeah,
And it's
it works. I like
mhm,
it.
yeah, thank you.
And
It's
like you
funny.
said the other day, it's like if it's behind the scenes, you're a behind the scenes person.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I don't want to be in the front line of the stage. I like to be a little bit more in the back,
Kubek,
doing a little bit of
hello.
work and supporting.
You got here right when you were
And
supposed to.
got an overview from the back of the stage, so that's where I see my place, and it fits somehow with the nickname as well. Exactly.
Yeah, it does. So there's no chance of roadie streams coming along anytime.
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. I I thought about it.
Oh,
I think maybe
Nirvana.
2 years ago, the first time, um, discovering all the different Daisy streams, the big channels, the smallest channels, and I had in mind what would be a roadie stream. And honestly, I said there are so many really good streamers out there. The Daisy world doesn't need me as an additional streamer. And I struggle sometimes with
Oh,
multitasking, and I
yeah.
even can't imagine playing the game, um, interacting with chat, interacting with in-game players. So I decided by myself, no streams for me. And you know, the big thing is you don't just turn on your PC, push the go live button, and that's it. If I do anything, I want to do it the right way.
Yeah.
And with all the OBS and stream elements and what I see from other streamers struggling with the setup and the updates, break the setups again, no.
Yeah.
Um, that would it would mean so much time to spend on that one for me that I said clearly, no, that's not my pair of shoes.
Yeah, I can understand that. That's why I keep my stuff really simple so that
Yeah,
if it breaks, it's not that big of a deal.
that's good.
Yeah, I need to keep it simple. Like I'm
Yeah.
not a real tech oriented person.
Keep it simple. That's the motto of my life. Keep it simple.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And another interesting meme or whatever how you call it, if you see a print on a wall, is done is better than perfect. And this is
Yes.
some direction for me. Oops, another bad guy. Let's go back.
Other side, other side.
Yep. I don't know how strong he is. No, he got me. Is it a mummy? Uh-oh.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
Oh, not so bad.
So today we learned a dildo is stronger than a mummy. That's fine.
We always learn these important lessons on in Melkart.
Exactly.
So you said that you like to hike. So outside of gaming,
Yeah.
is hiking kind of like your other main hobby that you like to do?
Absolutely, absolutely. Because um, it's so good to move your body in a not excessive way, you know.
Yeah.
So I'm a hiker and I'm a runner, but I'm more a long distance runner rather than a
Oh,
sprinter.
Dr.
Um,
Scandalist. I thought
and
mummies loved dildos.
hiking is
This
for
mummy
me a good
does.
combination of being active, being out in the nature,
The fuck is wrong with me?
exploring new
Heyo.
landscapes, new environments, and the best way of hiking is oh, there's a crocodile.
What the fuck?
Holy smokes! No, no
Oh
way.
no no!
He got us. He got us.
What do we
Let's
do?
get away.
I don't have a gun. We need to find a gun in this tent.
There's a police department. Let's go there. No gun here.
No gun here.
Let's get to the PD. He's following us. I mean, if you want a nice backpack or a nice bag, a lady's bag, let's get him.
Need a gun, need a gun, need a gun.
Yeah.
Naughty Step on a black and orange themed website. I need to make sure that I put Poet's Naughty Step on there.
You okay?
Yep.
Right. Leg through the door. Here we go.
Leg.
Holy smokes.
I got kicked. I'll be right back on.
Alright, good. I'm glad you're not in the middle of nowhere. You're safe.
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, though, you live in probably one of the most perfect countries in the world for hiking.
Yep.
So it's really hard to not like hiking when you live here.
Yeah, I 100% agree. Absolutely. And that's why it's easy. It's easy to go to beautiful places. Sometimes I even just get the dog. And when my wife got no time to join us, we just open the main door, grab our backpack, and just walk. I did this
Probably like 20
in
kilometers.
autumn.
I can't hike with
and
my
it was
German
a 2-day
friends
hike,
because I
and we
do like
made,
10
I think, almost
kilometers
50
and they're
kilometers
like,
in 2 days.
see, 50
And
kilometers
it's
in
so
2 days.
beautiful. I found a punch card. We can go to the bunker.
Woo woo.
And you don't have to travel thousands of kilometers. Um, you just open the door. We are lucky enough to have a huge forest area right at the front door.
Yeah, me too.
We get the Rhine River pretty close, which gives a nice ambience, a nice landscape as well.
Same.
And
Like, same.
even if we get the car and drive
Huh.
1 hour, 1.5, we have. No, I got a hiccup again. You hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Such beautiful landscapes, and even if we want to go to different countries, that's one of my biggest drivers for hiking as well. To leave the country, go to, I don't know, Italy, go to France, go to wherever in Europe, you can take the car, go outside, and learn about different cultures. Learn about a little bit of different food, which is a big part of each culture.
Yeah, it is.
And this is one of the main drivers for me to travel.
Yeah, it's the same. I mean, before I lived here, I used to do a lot of running.
Yeah.
But it was just part of the training that I needed to do for roller derby. It was just go out and go
Oh.
for a run.
Oh,
But
okay.
now that I live here, I have so much more. I do a lot more hiking than running because
Yeah.
it's not just about getting out and running at this point. It's more about getting out and it's the travel of it.
Yeah.
and going new places and seeing new things. And there are so many castle ruins around
Yeah.
here. So it's you just hike up to the top. You sit, there's usually somewhere to have a beer or a lunch along the way. It's
Perfect.
definitely something that's unique to this part of the world. I've lived in a lot of places, and it's I've never had like hiking be such a big part of the culture of it. It's
Yeah.
really cool.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm pretty glad that you say that because you learn about the place you're living in or where you grow up and got raised and such. Um, the first time really when you have visitors from foreign countries and you show them around.
He's right.
And otherwise it's all standard for you.
Yeah.
You don't recognize it, you don't spend any thoughts about it. It's all standard for
Yeah,
you and
Dr.
it's not,
Scandalous is so good in it. Yeah, it's true because even Slingani, when he comes down and visits from England, that's one of our favorite things to do together while he's here. Is just we just walk out my door,
Yeah.
and there's instantly hundreds of kilometers of trails and a big forest nearby and a big lake and yeah, we're not too far from the Rhine. We're not too far from
Yeah.
the Mosel even, so
Yeah.
it's
Perfect.
yeah, perfect place if you'd like to be
Absolutely.
outside.
And is there any place or any time where a beer is better than after a nice hike?
I have to say, that's when the beer tastes the best.
Exactly. 100%, yeah. That's why I hike.
This is wow. Crocodile
Wait,
mod.
do you have a knife? I just have the dildo. I would like to cut up this boy. I got a leather sewing kit. Maybe we can make a handbag or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Let's see.
Pair of
Let's
boots,
see.
some pants.
Oh yeah, yeehaw.
Right.
What do we have? Ah, we got the crocodile skin. That's nice. Oh, you can
Ooh.
carry it around.
What?
That's nice. I'm a crocodile. That's cool. I love it.
This looks so out of pocket.
Would fit perfectly for my fireplace at home.
It would. It says you can split it into parts, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
split it
yeah,
and
yeah.
see here.
Let's see. I think you can craft a band with the teeth for your cowboy hat, or there's a special hat. So you can combine that one. What can we do with the crocodile skin parts? Let's see.
Whoa, what? What can you do? Can
Gonna be
you
fun. Now
can you
let's
make
see
a
how this
necklace?
works out.
You've
we go.
made a vest.
That's yours.
Oh, look at this.
Look at this.
My name's
Wow.
Crocodile Dundee.
That's awesome. Perfect. Now we need a hat for you. Let's craft the head strap already.
I look like a hippie? Your boy looks good in
On
Crocs.
the hat.
Baby, I've
The
got a
rest
pair
was
of
the
Crocs
only
flip
option we
flops
couldn't make
and a pair of
fancy
Crocs
or
slides,
anything
but I don't have a pair of Crocs.
So this is
Wow.
leave it for you. And this fits
I
on
need to
a
get the
certain
hat.
kind of hat.
Yeah.
Exactly. The crocodile Dundee hat. Do I have? No, I had it on my last character. I think there's a knife, a Dundee knife.
There
as
is
well.
a Dundee knife. Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah?
had
You
it.
saw one? Okay.
I had it on my one of the characters that died.
So this is our goal for today, to find the hat and the knife. Who needs a minigun?
Right. You don't need a minigun. All you need is the knife.
Exactly.
My Australian accent is so bad, y'all. Like every accent I do is bad. Let's not fool ourselves. It's all really, really bad.
And it's so nice to meet people when you're hiking. It's so easy to have a little chat. If you don't want to, you don't have to, of course. But it's so nice. And the combination of having a dog and doing nice hikes, it's the best thing in the world. Our dog seems to be, she's called Frida, it's an Australian Shepherd.
Okay.
She seems to be really friendly. So it happens all the time when we need hikers crossing our roads, coming from the opposite side.
Yeah.
They always got a smile in their face when they see our dog. That's so nice.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always love seeing other people, and especially when they have their pets with them, and they're,
Yeah.
you know, it's. I've met a lot of people in my village just from kind of doing little short hikes in the evenings in the woods around.
Yeah.
And you know, we always end up, I live in a really small village, and there's only one place to have a beer. So
Mhm.
yeah, everybody kind of ends up there, and it's nice to kind of see people out hiking and then see them afterwards
Perfect.
having
That's how it should be.
a beer and maybe a cheeseburger.
Perfect. Perfect combination. Hiking
Yes,
and a cheese.
right.
Perfect day.
Even though it's been so cold recently that it's because it was also raining, the ground was always really wet, and
Yeah.
a lot of trees started to fall, so they came out and
Mhm.
they've been cutting down a lot of trees because I guess they
Yeah.
were all dead.
Yeah.
So they've had a lot of the hiking trails closed,
Mhm.
but I think that they're finished now, so they'll have them.
Right.
I'm excited. The weather said we're supposed to have snow maybe Wednesday.
Okay.
So I'm hoping
Uh-huh.
so, because then we can hike up to the top of the hill and then go sledding.
Yay! Perfect.
Yeah.
What's your favorite kind of sleigh? Not sledge, sleigh, is it right? Is it a tube from a
Yeah.
truck tire?
I
Okay.
like
All right.
I when I lived in Japan, we got these little like plastic things that
Yeah.
that you can sit on, and they have a little handle, and
Okay.
I like to use those.
Yeah. Perfect.
Oh,
Nice day.
oh,
Who is it?
who is
Who
it?
is it?
Who
Clown
is
over there.
it? What's up, Graybeard? How you doing? Oh, Ish! Oh my
Guys,
God!
gals, and
What the
non-binary
hell,
pals.
dude?
You
Thank
are
you so
watching
much for
Poetry
the
Slam
raid. How you
78.
doing?
If you're a lurker, please feel free
Well,
to lurk.
welcome
If
in,
you're a chatter,
everyone.
please feel free to chat.
How's
But
everyone
either
doing
way,
today?
You will always find chill vibes and lots of laughs here.
Hell
Grab
yeah!
some snackies and come hang out.
Thank you so much for the follow, Ish. Thank you so
Oh,
much. Oh,
Hello, madam.
oh, I'm gonna have to turn those way down because I can't hear. Thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate you. I saw you hanging out
Who is
today in the
it?
Daisy
Who is it?
Daisy stream. How excited is everybody
I got
about
kicked.
that? Oh, you got kicked. Oh, I wondered where
Yeah.
you went.
Yeah,
So-
I'm right back.
Who is
Who is
it? we've got we're interviewing iroadie tonight. So I have an interview series.
Who is it?
Weapon race
is it?
fix. We've got some optimization with
What's
the
biggest
trees.
difference, if I
Oh,
may ask the
hello,
question,
madam.
between the culture in Japan compared to, let's say, Germany?
Oh, I mean, wow.
Who is it?
The
Mhm.
culture in
Who is
Japan,
it?
Mhm.
it couldn't get more different from
Yeah.
the culture in Germany, honestly.
I believe.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello, madam.
Amish Dad was flaunting his sword. I saw him flaunting that sword in there. I was like, "Oh, look at Ish with the sword. How you
Oh.
doing?"
Imagine I
Hello,
would,
madam.
visit Japan.
All women
I would
are
be
queens.
So
more scared
we're interviewing
about
iroadie.
making mistakes
Who is it?
culturally or with the interaction with other people than getting
Poop
lost
pellets.
because
Who is it?
I don't
Pellets.
know.
Who is
actually
it?
That's so
the
nuts.
stuff
Thank you so
about
much for the
Japan.
follows, everyone. I'm a little overwhelmed.
That's-
So
Who is it?
one thing I found
Who
with
is it?
like culturally, I did have a little bit
Oh,
easier of a
hello,
time
madam.
making friends in Japan. But I think
Hello, madam.
it's because in Japan there's a lot of polite speak. You have kind of like small talk, right? And it's just polite to do that. Where in Germany, if you don't have anything to say, you don't like find something to say and just have small talk. You have to. It's a little bit more in depth, right? So that was kind of a big shift culturally, and. But there are a lot of similarities too. Like in Japan, they love Germany. Gotta run.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Ish. I every time. Yeah. You like.
Oh, maybe.
You
it's
take me back to when my
different.
kids were little, and
If
I
they're
just.
speaking, they love Germany, or if we're speaking,
Whenever I
they
see you
love
talking
Germans.
about
Who
your
is
little
that?
one. Well, so there is. You're right. That's correct. Lived
Yeah.
in Germany for 10 years with the British Army, left in 2004. Oh, nice. So I live in
Interesting
Germany
enough,
now. I lived in
if
Japan
we are
before this.
in
I lived in
foreign
Bahrain
countries,
before that. And I might be coming to
I
England
always
next.
try to be not that obvious. that
Danny
I'm
Darko. Oh, I love your name. Really?
Yeah.
So I always try really, really hard to not be obvious that I'm American when I go places. And sometimes I just lie and say I'm Canadian.
That's good.
But when you're in
That's good.
Japan, I mean, it's super obvious that you're not Japanese. No, so when I lived there, there's a lot of German influence on like park designs. You'll see a lot of when I moved here, I was really surprised. I was like, wait a minute. A lot of the parks that we went to, especially the ones with playgrounds in Japan, were modeled after a lot of the parks that are here. A lot of the bakeries are very similar to German bakeries.
Right.
And a lot of my friends in Japan were, when I told them I was moving to Germany, they were always so excited because they were like, oh, Germany is so eco. It's so eco-friendly. We want to be like that, you know? So there's,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Ask Rody who is, I will have
That's
to
good
ask him
hear.
that.
I mean, of course, there's still a gap between the image of being eco-friendly and being really eco-friendly. But
Right.
It's a start overall, and it starts with every individual human being.
So,
from my point of
for
view.
anybody
So
who
what I
doesn't
don't
know,
like
and you
is
can do
if you're
squad
talking
command
with
to get
friends,
iroadie's
good friends
Discord.
about
He
this
doesn't
topic,
stream,
and they say,
but he runs
it doesn't
the
matter if I do
Independent Daisy
anything,
event calendar.
um,
It is
the big
beautiful, Chef
countries
Pez.
don't stop emitting
Who is that?
So,
poison
Who is
into
that?
the atmosphere or something, you know? So
Right.
they always start
so,
with
the
these
the
things
Daisy
that,
event calendar has all the
especially
Daisy
when it
events
comes to
that he
this
knows
topic,
about that happen.
I'm
So,
100%
if you want
um,
to find out about what Daisy
on the
events are
wings
coming
that
up,
it
join that
starts with
Discord.
every
He runs
individual.
it.
If
It's an amazing
if
resource
it's
for all the events that happen.
shopping at the grocery store, you try to avoid plastic packaging
Right.
or whatever. If you do it by your own, that's one thing. But if 82 million Germans would do it, then the impact is where it needs to be.
Yes.
You know.
Well, that's one thing I didn't expect actually when I moved here, and I was getting my driver's license, and they were talking about the differences between what I was used to and what we would expect driving in Germany, is that you cannot warm your car up in the morning, and it makes sense. Like I was never mad about it, but I just never really thought about it.
Yeah.
And now when I tell people, no, I just scrape the ice off my car and I leave, that you don't let your car warm up? No, you'll get a ticket.
Yeah.
And it's normal. It's just not something that you do here. And now it's normal to me too. But yeah, when I was telling my friends that back in Japan, they were all really surprised. They said, "Oh, I never thought about it,
Yeah,
That's
good.
just a really little thing, but yeah.
It sums up all the little things together. It's a start, it's a beginning, and I think it begins to get a little bit of a feeling.
Those factors
to think
do
about
apply
that
to the
stuff.
world.
You
Yes,
don't have
yes.
to switch 100% or do a U-turn
It's
or
true.
whatever, but every single step
Unfortunately,
counts
both of
for
us are, I think, with the same German internet provider, and both of us are having internet problems right now, so it looks a little bit laggy. It is not the server, it's us.
And talking about Japan, I mean, what would be your
He's
most
ask-
important advice.
he's
for
asking me the
when
questions
I would
now.
Go to visit Japan the very first time.
Get out of Tokyo. Don't.
Good.
So many people just go to visit Tokyo. So I lived in a really rural part of Japan. I lived way far up north. I was about 10 hours north of Tokyo
Yeah.
in the countryside.
Love it.
And don't be afraid to talk to people. If you Japanese people appear really shy at first, but if you approach and you ask a question,
Right.
most of the time, like I got pretty fluent in Japanese, but before I was fluent, I would try really hard just to say any little thing, and a lot of people, especially younger people, know English, and they'll switch, but everyone's super approachable, and once you get talking to somebody, you're gonna make a friend. And they're going to take you to the best ramen spot in town, or they're going to tell you where to get the best onigiri, or they're going to tell you about the upcoming festival that's going to happen. And
Wow.
if you get out of Tokyo, I feel like you discover the real Japan. Tokyo is fantastic, but it's an international city, and it has a lot of international influence and flavor.
Mhm.
And I feel like once you leave there, you start to really get the real Japan. So don't be scared to go to the smaller cities, and if you love hiking, you're gonna have it in spades. It is one of the most breathtaking countries. It really is. I lived there for 5 years, but
Wow.
I could have lived there for the rest of my life. Like if
Oh,
I
that
got
sounds
to live
great.
there again, it would be. I loved it. It put definitely it left part. I have part of Japan in my soul now forever, and when my time is up in Germany, I'm definitely gonna have the same thing. It's gonna live with me forever when I leave.
Yeah.
Got a duck. Love
impressive.
ya, your
I love
royal ponus. That almost
And
sounds
thanks
like
for
penis.
For the advice.
Penis?
I think
Love you, Dr.
I open-
Scandalous.
Open ears and open doors for that one, because I would be a little bit scared of huge bling bling towns like Tokyo. It's
Yeah.
overwhelming. Of
Coincidence?
course, it's
Who's to
interesting,
say? Poof.
but I wouldn't dare to spend the week there. Maybe just 2 days to get an impression, because it's a big part of Japan.
Yeah.
And if you want to get to know a country, you need to go into the big towns as well. But as
Yes.
you said, I'm
Oh,
100%.
Hello,
Oh.
madam.
Hello, Wee Todd. How you
more
doing?
into
Welcome in. Thank you
the
so much for the
rural
follow.
side,
Thank
into
you
the
everyone for the
countryside, and I
follows,
saw,
and
I
Ish
think
again.
on
Thank you so much for
YouTube,
the raid.
some
That means a lot.
content creators doing small movies about hiking in Japan, and it's so impressive and so different to what you
Who
got in
is
mind
that?
when you think in
Who
on,
is that?
Jimbo
Japan and
Jabberwocky!
Tokyo.
Where's my Jabberwocky baby?
The old traditional
Welcome
way
in.
of architecture, how they did the building of the old houses with wood and paper. I can imagine,
Yes.
and that stuff, and this is so great.
So
But
I always tell people, if you're gonna go, July and August are really, really hot.
Yeah,
And just like here, there's not any air conditioning. However, July and August are kind of the high time for the summer matsuri, which are the summer festivals. And if you
Yeah.
go to the Aomori prefecture up north, they have the best summer festivals, massive parades, loads of parties, huge fireworks, like 3-4 hour long fireworks festivals.
wow.
I've never seen anything like it in my life, and when people find out, you're a foreigner, it's instantly just, I want to show you this, I want to show you this, I want to show you this, and then suddenly people are buying you beers and then buying you
Wow.
sake, and they want you to try this and that, and you're like, I was at a festival one time, and people were going, Gaijin-sama, Gaijin-sama, and so I walked over. And they told me to hold out my hand, and so they put a piece of meat in my hand,
Yeah.
and I said, "Oh, okay. I guess I'm supposed to eat this." Like, you never want to be rude, right? But I had
sure.
no idea what it was, so
Okay.
I ate it, and it tasted good. So I oh, hi, oishii desu, arigatou gozaimashita, and they said, "Oh, you like it," and I said, "Yeah, it's good." So they gave me another piece, and I'm eating it, and then so one of the guys goes, it's raw horse, and I was just like, oh,
No way.
and
Wow.
then it was they were at a shrine blessing the barrels of sake. So
Yeah.
because I had been willing to try it and stuff, they brought me the first cup of sake from the blessed barrel,
Wow.
and it was. Then they grabbed me and pulled me into the parade, and I walked down the road. Like, I had no idea what was going on the whole time, but I was
Holy
there for
smokes.
it.
So you were sacrificed, right?
Yeah, basically.
That is impressive. Wow, I love it.
So yeah, it's just, if you're willing to just kind of go along, like kind of go with the flow, and you're willing to just try new things, then that's what my best advice could be, is to get out of the city and to just be open your mind a lot.
Great.
And brush up on your karaoke, because it is everywhere. You
Really?
will.
I thought it's a cliche.
No, whether you
No.
sing or not, you're gonna sing.
You will see it in the German newspaper the day out.
Yeah. I think one of us is having another hiccup again. All right. Yeah? I don't know whether it's me or him. But I'm pretty sure we both have the same ISP. Did we lose Discord? Did we lose Discord?
Oh, Yeah, again. You're right.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he lost Discord. So, for everyone who's just come in with the raid, if you're new to my channel, I do a series called Poecasts. I did it last year, and I'm doing it again this year. Every Friday night at 7 p.m. Central. I'm not in the U.S. anymore. Central European time. And I
I'm
interview
sorry.
people. Yeah, no worries. I interview
Oh, my game is
people.
broken.
No. I interview people from the
That's good.
DayZ
I
community.
need to think about a new rig.
Oh
This is really
no.
crap. Yeah. Everything is struggling. I can't blame my internet provider for that one. Come here.
Oh. So yeah, obviously tonight we
Yeah,
have
so,
iroadie. Next week we're having Chimney.
If you would ask me, what's your talents or anything?
Well,
And
I have a couple of them. Yeah,
really?
yes, actually I do. I have one that is, do you have any unusual talents? And one of them is, do you know a strange fact or a ridiculous fact?
oh, that's interesting. Yeah, when I think about my talents, what can I do? What's
I need
about
to
me?
ask-
What's all about me?
I need to ask Ish if I can
It comes
interview
to my
him.
mind, I can do different things, a lot of different things, but I'm always not that talented
look at this.
in anything special. So I am like a Swiss Army knife, something like that. It doesn't fit to every purpose.
I
but
like
you can
that.
do a lot with that. Yeah. So that's it. That's it more or less.
I need to know, like, what's one of those Swiss Army knife talents then? Like,
Yeah. So my wife always says, that's not fair. You don't go running for 10 months, and then the first time you start running again, you do your 10 kilometers, and
What?
you do it like nothing. So this seems to be a talent that I can do sports.
that's unfair. That's, if I went 10 months
Exactly.
without running, I wouldn't be able to run
Mhm.
5K without
Yeah.
dying.
I know, and I can understand my wife saying that it's not fair that I don't struggle with that one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is my explanation. It's a talent. I don't do much in this direction,
Oh,
but
pink
it might be a
gloves.
talent. Or we started skiing a couple of years ago. We took some lessons,
Oh,
and
but he, I bet you he didn't need them.
I didn't struggle really. So it for me it's easy to start a new sport and being okay with it. When it comes to being perfect with it, that's by far not my intention, but it seems to be okay to start new things when
Well,
it comes to sport.
so what you should do though, if if it doesn't take you too long to learn new sports.
Yeah.
I thought I saw a person in that house, but it could have just been a zombie.
Yeah, it's a
Oh, it's a zombie.
weird looking zombie, yeah.
Yeah,
One of the
so
stairs.
you should find your close local roller derby team and go start skating.
Holy smokes, roller derby.
Yes.
This is if you would ask if there are any sports you wouldn't connect to Germany, then it would be roller derby.
Oh,
Are
Germany
there-
has a massive roller derby community.
Is this
Yes.
true? Oh, really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
And
There-
I mean, roller derby in this case, you got the roller skates with the 4 wheels like
Yep.
a car, not the 3 or 4 wheels in a row, right?
Correct, like a car. Yes.
Okay.
You know what they call it in Germany? They call the
interesting.
roller
And
skates, they
there
call
are-
them roller shoe.
Male teams as well?
There are male
Or-
teams and there are mixed gender teams. Yes.
All right. And what? Tell me more about roller coaster, roller derby. Should we? Oh, by the way, should we loot this military to get bigger guns?
Oh
for
yeah,
the
let's
big-
do that.
big
Yeah,
creatures?
yeah.
So what's all about it? So you get roller skates
Yeah.
and
You have to wear all of your protective gear. You have to have a helmet and a mouth guard,
Good.
wrist guards, knee,
Good.
elbow.
Good.
There are a lot of rules. It's not just get on the track and beat the hell out of each other. It is physical.
Uh-oh.
But it's very strategic. So you have
Right.
one jammer for each team, and
Mhm.
that's the person who has to score the points. And they score the
Right.
points by passing the hips of the
Yeah.
other players on the other team. So you have the
Oh.
jammers, and then you have blockers. I'm a blocker. I try to keep people from touching my jammer, and I try to help my jammer get through the pack so that they can score points.
So you're the hero.
Well, the jammer's the hero because they score the points and they get all the glory, but
Ah,
I'm the person who uses my hips to throw people off of the track, and it's quite satisfying.
so you do it with your hips. That's interesting. You
mhm.
don't knock them out with your fists or with your elbow. It's
Nope.
the hip
Oh
that
no,
counts.
elbow will get you ejected from the game.
Oh right.
You can use your shoulder a little bit if you're crafty.
Uh-huh. I see.
But yeah, it's mostly in your hips.
Okay.
So you've got to skate around. You've got to stay kind of like in a squat. You have to stay low because that makes you really stable.
Yeah.
And then yeah, you try not to get knocked around, and you try to knock around everyone else so that your team scores the most points. And then after it's over, both teams all go to a pub together and have cheeseburgers and beer.
That's the best part. I like it.
Sounds like you got good hips. I mean, they're good for
Well,
something.
this
They're
is
good
a
for
challenge
beating
for
the
me,
shit out of people.
roller derby. I think
No,
it's
it
not about-
is.
I think it's not that much about the roller skates itself. It's more about the body contact.
It's
you know?
super physical. It's super physically
Exactly,
demanding.
yeah.
The training is like we do 3 practices a week. They're 2 hours each.
Yeah.
Sometimes we do 4 practices a week.
Right.
You definitely
Wow.
need to have good endurance,
Yeah.
and it helps to be strong. So like for my training during the roller derby season, I do a lot of weightlifting and stuff.
Okay.
But running helps because that's where you kind of build up that
The physical strength and the condition,
yeah.
maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you have to, especially if you're a jammer, you have to be able to skate really fast, and you have to be
Right.
able to keep skating really fast.
Oh, okay. Okay.
No, I mean, I will say, even though there are a lot of rules and there are a lot of safety precautions, there are injuries. I have some pretty severe spinal injuries, but
Oh no.
they're not all from roller derby. Some of them are from snowboarding, but
So you learned how to destroy yourself, right?
Basically, yeah.
I see. Okay,
But I have fun.
that's the best part of it.
I'm just gonna get my dildo. Oh wait.
Oh.
Where's my dildo? Wait, why wasn't it ever
So
in my
roller
hand?
derby. All right.
Yeah, there are a
So
lot of there are a lot of German teams, and it's
Yeah.
a lot of fun. It's
Okay.
really a lot of fun.
Okay. You know, I played ice hockey when I grew up as a kid. We have a little pond in the middle of our baby AK
Oh,
in the middle of our little village where I grew up, and you know, kids in a village in Germany playing ice hockey
I'm leaving my
means
vest
no
on.
body protection at all.
Ooh,
Bruises all over the body.
yeah.
But it's part of the game, and I remember one day one of one of my friends were playing on the field. I usually were um, in the back of the game. How's it called if you stand in if you're keeping the gatekeeper?
Oh, the
knows.
goalie, right?
Goalie, exactly.
Oh, is this
Let's get in
is
here.
this the
That's a bad
hat?
boy. Oh, didn't want to do that. No. Let's do it.
Aw, no, this isn't the hat.
And one of my friends and his dad were in opposite teams. And at the end of the day, his dad got a broken nose from his son.
Wow.
So that's how we planned ice hockey.
Well, I mean, if you've already done that, then yeah, the roller skates, that'll be easy for you.
Yeah, okay.
It's a little different motion, but it's like you already have the balance and the strong ankles and stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Okay.
But even if you don't want to go play, if you find a roller derby team near you, it's a lot of fun to go watch.
Yeah, I'll do that definitely. I need to see what what happens on the playground. This can take a while.
Come here, I want to smash your face in with a dildo.
So many giga chats.
Suck on this! I've got a
Actually,
present for you.
Weapons, I believe.
It's not a toaster. It's so good. It's such a powerful weapon. What? What? What are you doing? No, don't do subscribers only. Wait, what happened? Why?
Come here.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Beanie Bear, what happened? You gotta disenable that.
He's confused.
No, no, no. Hold on. I don't want to, what'd you do? What happened?
Okay, got him.
Shit. Sorry, hold on just a second.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I can't get out of this mode. Okay, fantastic, great, wonderful. I'm fixing it. Sorry, I'm fixing it. I figured that your 4-year-old got a hold of your phone or something. Yeah, that's okay. We'll just take it off of emote only. I got it, babe. Don't worry about it. There you go. There you go. It's okay. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no worries.
It's back to normal, right?
Oh, there's an M4. That's nice.
What? He came running in saying I told him it
Giga
was
chats are tough,
Saturday.
but they got some good stuff on them.
Oh. Yeah, the Chads do have some good stuff on them. Damn. I mean, I don't need half of this shit. I guess I can't watch your streams anymore. So, apparently my grandson. Oh, yeah. So my daughter is one of my mods in my channel, and suddenly my chat went to subscribers only, and I was like, "Wait, what happened? What happened?" It was her son. It was my grandson decided to grab her phone and start pressing buttons.
So he started his career as an IT admin already.
Yes.
I like it.
Well, they live in Hawaii, so they live really far
Wow.
away. But he's always wanting to talk to me, and he is always trying to call me. So he probably
Cool.
heard my voice.
Oh.
It was just like
How old is he?
4.
Wow, love it.
Yeah.
He pushed the wrong button, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's great.
So, if this is a really silly question that doesn't have anything to do with Daisy or gaming, but I do always ask it. If you could be a food, what food would you be?
Holy smokes, you got the best questions I ever got. I don't get many questions, but those are great. So, which kind of food? I mean, it needs to be a pleasure to have me on the plate. On the
Right.
table, right?
Wait.
And it doesn't
Oh,
necessarily
that's okay.
has to be my favorite meal.
Didn't I grab? Oh no! I thought I
So-
grabbed a C-Mag.
What could it be?
Because I can't watch your streams anymore. I don't know, kiddo. You know how kids are.
I mean, I'm not a special guy. I'm a medium guy, and I'm mainstreamy, and so I think
I love talking to him. He's great.
as an option, a cheeseburger could be me. You know?
I mean, cheeseburger has got to be one of my favorite foods in the entire world. When there's a good cheeseburger, it is just about the world's most perfect food.
Absolutely.
Cheeseburger,
And it's-
beer.
And it's available. Yeah, cheeseburger and a beer. That's fine.
No, I have to say, Germany has had the best pommes that I've ever had anywhere of anywhere else. Germany definitely has the best. Period.
That's good to hear. I don't have any doubts. Just to have it as a benchmark, have you ever been in Belgium?
I have, and they
Did
are
you have-
delicious.
But not that good as the Germans?
I think the German ones are better.
Right. I love it. Oh, look at that.
What is that?
I thought it's a bush, but it makes noises.
Oh, it's a peacock.
It's a peacock.
Why does it sound like a cat? Meow,
Did he lose his feet? This looks a bit weird.
meow.
Oh no, it's part of him. Alright. Detached feet.
That's
It's beautiful.
Did you see the penguins on Noel Cart?
No! I didn't see them.
They're so hilarious.
I need to go back on Noel Card.
Hit it with the dildo.
Penguins.
I'm gonna go. I wonder if it will give us meat. I just want to see if it gives you meat.
This beautiful creature? Okay, go for it.
I cocked the peacock.
Making noises. Here we go.
No, it doesn't give any meat.
Oh no.
I cocked the
Alright, it
peacock.
was for science, right?
Well, I hit it
was
with the
for science.
dildo, so I guess now it really is a peacock.
Yeah, no. There's a longhorn guy. Should we kill him? See if we got any good stuff.
So I
Or-
got the M4, but I don't have a mag for it.
I got a spare one for you. Lost you. Oh, here. Take this. You got some ammo?
Yeah.
Alright. Let me reload the
Not swap that way.
mag. So right, cheeseburger as an option.
Oh, it's-
Cheeseburger and French fries, or pommes as you say in Germany. And a beer.
And a beer,
That's
of
good.
course.
And maybe some side salad, some coleslaw or something. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
Do I
Yeah,
go with this
coleslaw's
one?
good.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. In former times, I would have say a proper piece of meat, like entrecôte or something, or
Oh, yeah.
filet.
You could go fancy
Yeah.
too, yeah.
Yeah. But meanwhile, I try to avoid eating too much meat.
Yeah.
If it's meat, then usually it's kind of a cheeseburger or something. But it's not more often than once a month or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Wanna go for him?
Yeah.
All right. No risk,
Listen
no
to
fun.
it. Do you
Let's
hear
go.
it? Ah!
Oh, that was easy.
Oh, he's got a heartbeat still. You hear that?
Still, this is scary. Looks like a ghost,
Oh, we could write fanfic
Cute.
about him.
but the heartbeat is scary.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Wanna go with a head strap?
He's got a hairy scrotum.
I don't know if he needs NV cheese here, but
Oh, I have MVGs. I'll take that.
alright, good. No, and the heart is still beating.
Yeah, that's creepy as hell.
It is.
I still think we could write fanfic about him. As I was traveling through
I don't know
Tropical
what the
Melkart,
voices are talking about, but
I smelled something
I'm fine with that.
animalistic and primal. I heard the whispers and the strong heartbeat, and I knew I wanted to be his. Yeah, you could do fanfic with that. Somebody would buy that.
I didn't hear any heli
Like,
crashes.
you could write that. Usually
down
there's a
here
ton
it's
of
a lot.
helicrashes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You could write that story and somebody would pay you for it. I'm telling you. Boom, boom. Boom, boom. His musk was overpowering. Boom, boom. But what the fuck is wrong with me? Seriously.
But I take it.
So you said that it was Bitterroot, right? That you thought could become your favorite map?
Yeah, got the potential, definitely.
Yeah.
Right now, it's hard to say what's my actual favorite map. I like a lot, and it depends on how the server is set up. Usually, I tend more to play vanilla style, vanilla-ish.
Yeah.
I don't like the heavily modded servers. Those here from OGT, the hard homes, are different.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
That's fine. Usually, if I want to play DayZ in a proper way, I get distracted too much with all the modded guns and ammo. You always, if you start looting, you
Yes.
don't know what gun is the best one. Do I need this mag? What's that ammo for? Oh, do I need that scope? How does it fit together? So this is confusing for me, and that's why I don't like it too much. I try to avoid servers with traders and too much base building.
Yeah, I
and
don't
such.
do traders.
But sometimes it can be
I
fun if
do.
the trader is set up in a correct way. So some of the hardcore survival servers got a nice trader system. It's not, let's say, pay to win.
Okay.
It's more improving the quality of life of the server.
Okay.
So you need to work hard for getting in a situation to spend money at a trader, so that's fine.
Yeah. So
But regarding the map, sorry, I would say I'm a purist, if this makes sense.
Yeah.
Generous, of course, it's the original map, and that's why it's my favorite map. Even if I don't play it that much. There are maps like Melkart on this year. That's nice because it's not huge, so
Yeah.
this is a certain guarantee for interaction or PvP or whatever. Namalsk is great because the storyline is good. So
yeah, it is.
you
It's
always
interesting.
have some goals, some achievements to get if you want to be on Lancia, for example. You know,
Yeah.
So it's always good to have a main goal. And sometimes the goal is just to have action and PvP.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, because you've been playing for so long,
Mhm.
you probably notice a lot more about things like loot economy and respawn times and all of that. So, when you're playing on vanilla servers, then there's not really a lot that's going to be adjusted with that. It's all just going to be as it comes in the game.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you think that maps like Deer Isle that have a really complex loot economy system, do you find that kind of thing frustrating, or does it kind of just go in line with the progression of how DayZ has gone in the last 10 years?
Yeah. No, I think that's very impressive. Like John McLean for DRIL, and I'm sure he will do it for Altaria as well.
Oh yeah.
Handles those topics with the different tier zones and adjusting if he sees the need to adjust. So he's constantly on this topic. And then on top of that, the server owners and the server admins can do their own adjustments. But if a map brings a good base, you don't have to necessarily do
Yeah.
the adjustments yourself.
I imagine something like that is like you could probably find ways to fine tune it forever and ever and ever and ever.
Yeah, exactly. So you never stop improving. But I think it's one of the biggest challenges to set it right, because DayZ offers a wide range of how you want to play the game. So the consequence is the DayZ players are individuals and are so different. And if you have a concept for a map or a concept for a server, it's so hard to make it right for
Yeah.
everybody, you know?
Well,
So
that's
I
true.
yeah, so I think for a server it's easier because you need to set a target group and how you want to set up, and if it even if either it fits to your target group or not. But making a map, you need to have the best base possible, and then the server owners can do the stuff. I
Yeah.
think it's really, really hard to set up it in a correct way, in the right way.
I agree.
But
I agree.
the maps I play and the servers I play, usually I say it depends more on the choice of the mods than
Yeah.
on the ecosystem, on the CE, the
agree.
central economy.
Yeah, and I think that you bring up a really good point about when people open up new servers and they are trying to populate them.
Yeah, yeah.
It's about knowing who you want to populate with,
Yeah.
what kind of player that you want to attract,
Mhm.
and knowing that audience and knowing how to reach them probably has a lot to do with the success and the longevity of a server.
Yeah.
Of course, there are thousands. There are thousands of them, so
So
it's hard to find. It's hard to
Yeah.
find them. It's
That's-
knowing how to promote them, and it's knowing which audience to target in order to attract them. Because like you, I love hard home servers. There are very few servers that are modded that I play on. Like I'll typically play Zero or hard home if I want modded, and then otherwise I stick pretty much to vanilla servers.
Yeah, same. And I think even if you find the right audience for your server or the player groups or whatever, and you have the perfect server, this doesn't give you a guarantee, by far no guarantee that the server will be populated. That's the biggest struggle, and I have huge respect for every server owner or admin to be patient.
Yes,
And sometimes I compare it with
takes
a
months.
small town with a
Months.
handful of pubs and restaurants.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but there might be 2 or 5 pubs which are crowded, and the other 3 are empty. get the same beer, got the same friendly service stuff, got the same good location. So regarding
It's about
the
who's
building and
there, isn't
regarding
it?
the place where
It's
you
about
can
who's
find
there,
it.
isn't it, chat?
But 2 are crowded and 3 are not. And it's sometimes it's the same with AC servers. You got great service, balanced mods, um, great admins, but they are empty all the time.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
this is frustrating, I believe.
It is. It's quite frustrating. I was speaking to
Yeah.
somebody yesterday, and a couple of my friends have started a vanilla server called Individual. And I know that you've seen it come through the Discord because we do the shit show. But I was speaking to somebody the other day and telling them, hey, if you like vanilla, you can go give this one a shot. And they asked about the server population. And they said that they only like to play on populated servers. And I said, well, the funny thing about that is if people get on it, it will be populated. Like, it doesn't just happen.
Exactly.
You've got to go. And then, but yeah, like you said, you have servers that it's the same experience as another server out there, but it stays empty. And I think some of that, I don't think all of it has to do with the streaming community, but I think some of it does have to do with the streaming community and
Definitely.
where kind of the bigger streamers are, and some of it has to do with the fact that sometimes it's just really hard to find when there are thousands of them. It's easy to get lost in the crowd.
That's the point. And this is one point where I spend a lot of my time thinking about, it's the events thing that's pretty easy. You just need to crawl and scan through the Discords and Twitter and such, and keep an eye out for anything which smells like an event.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, as I said earlier, most of the event hosts are using the calendar actively, so they are dropping the information, and I can add it to the calendar as a new entry and such, and maintain the information I got in there.
It's a fantastic idea because it's a one-stop shop. You are limited to the amount of Discords that you can join. And then of course your attention span is limited too. So you might join 30 Discords, but I just don't know any human that could interact with that many Discords. And when you have the events all in one place, you don't ever have to worry that you're going to miss one.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I got them all, but I think I cover by far the majority of what's going on. And some so-called events, which are on a weekly base on a certain server, I wouldn't add anymore. I do it maybe in the beginning to get a little bit of attraction to the server, to promote it a little bit in the beginning. If I say if it fits, it fits, but there's a difference. So if you let's say have a server event for players which are playing regularly and are geared up, and then they jump into the PvP, I think it's quite similar as the Thursday shit show, or how do you call it?
Yeah.
This is on a regular base for players which are regularly playing.
Oh, restart. I was like, no!
It's just a restart. This time it's not my system.
Right, and it's not my internet.
Perfect. It's not our fault. Exactly.
Yay!
That's great. No, and I think that's good. That's fine, and this helps to keep the players on the server. But it's not the typical event I want to have in the calendar. It's it's a server event. It's not a community event. Community event from my let's say understanding is fresh spawns get in, gear up in a certain time frame or whatever, and then go into the action. Depending on
Hello,
the
Dead
concept
Moon
of the
Reviver.
event.
How you doing? Welcome in.
You spawn in geared And then
Thank you so much for the
happens
follow.
this and this and that. And then you have the servers with a good population. You have frequent players on it. They are geared over time. They have
It's still
maybe
down. I'm
bases
the
and
least patient
vehicles.
person when it
And
comes to
then
server
with
restarts.
a server event, you get the attraction or the action focused on one point at a certain time frame. And this is fine. I do this every now and then to get some
I'm so
population or
impatient.
some promotion for the server to make it interesting. But I
Right.
can't do for every server that is doing the server events. Every weekend would be crowded, and as a player, as a interested guy in DayZ community events, you would lose tracks, so it would be overcrowded because usually
Yeah.
it's on the weekends.
Yeah, that's
But
totally understandable. Yeah.
yeah, but every now and then I edit, and if it's a new server and I think it fits, then why not? Let's put it in. Yeah, and this is great.
Yeah, I
And
agree.
yeah, and then talking about servers, I mean, I'm as I said, I spend a lot of time trying to think about
I look like
having a server, a service for the
I
community,
look like a
because a lot of
Floridian swamp
DayZ
dwelling hippie, don't I?
players, if it's new ones, if it's veterans, if it's people like you and me, um, trying to figure out, okay, what could be the next server on a certain map or whatever I want to spend some time. And you already mentioned it, it's almost impossible to find a server which fits your needs. Let me give you an example. Have you ever played on a server with the DayZ dog mod, where you have a dog as a companion?
Yeah,
Yeah,
one of Sauerkraut's old servers that I used to play on
exactly.
regularly had that.
Yeah, exactly. And I said, all right. Every now and then I play some survival servers, hardcore, where it's
Is that a
a
cloud?
real challenge to survive the next day circle or whatever. Let me see. Want to go
Where?
to the bunker? I got a punch card.
Yeah, sure.
I think it's somewhere in this direction, just
Yeah.
on the highest mountain, tallest mountain. Now,
Last time I was in
and
these
then
woods, I encountered some scary
if
shit.
you play on a DayZ server with survival, it's not overpopulated. You only have a few players, and then it's quite nice to have a dog as your companion. Of
Yeah.
course, if you die, he's gone. And if he gets some trouble with a horde of Zeds, he
Those
will
deer
die.
make me nervous. Because on this
So
server,
this is the
deer
hardest
means
part. So
tigers, I
having
think.
a relationship with your AI dog shouldn't be on the same level as a real pet, of
Right,
course. But
right.
this needs to be in your mind. But otherwise, or other than that, I think it's a nice addition to survival or roleplay service or whatever. Now, coming back to the challenge, I said to myself, I lost you.
I'm right
I'm
behind
back.
you. Yeah, I'm still here.
How could I figure out to play on a nice server which got the DayZ dog mod? And this is tough.
Yeah.
I mean, there are third-party websites like Battlemetrics. I'm freezing. Got hiccups. Game is frozen. Here we
Oh
go.
no.
I'm back.
Okay,
Sorry.
okay. Yeah, no worries.
Battlemetrics, I use it to double check the popularity or the population of a server, for example. There are some tricks in a DayZ standalone launcher where obviously there are 17 players on it, but you wonder why, even if it's a small map, you never ever see a player. So it's a little bit of a
Oh,
cheating system of
yeah.
server owners or server admins. So
Yeah.
if I wonder what happens, I just check the players or the player population on Battlemetrics to double check it. And sometimes
Yeah.
there's a big difference. It's
I just found out about that. Like I
yeah,
think just last week I found out that there were like spoofers or something that could
yeah,
falsify numbers even in the launcher, and then I learned about the battlemetrics and
Yeah.
how
And
you could
mhm,
see. Yeah.
yeah. I think there are it's not 100% safe that the number we see.
What
Oh
the
shit.
fuck?
Oh
What
shit.
the
Oh
fuck?
shit.
What is that?
Ryan. I'm sorry,
Mother!
Ryan. I had to do it.
Oh no, another one.
Oh no.
Ah!
Oh, thank you. I was out of ammo.
I'm out of
Perfect.
ammo now.
Yay.
I just need to reload, that's all.
Yeah, same, same. Now and then, you got the option to find a
Holy
server asking
shit.
for a
I told
certain
y'all, if you
mod.
hear
So
deer,
if you
you're gonna
type
get a
in
lion.
Battlemetrics, show me the servers with Daisy Dog, you get a list. But then usually you have lots of traders and such, so it's confusing to find what you're looking for. And I would love to have something like a maintained library with some filters you can put on, and then you find within a minute the service you're looking for. But
Oh, that would be really cool.
this is a huge challenge. So I thought about it over and over again. How can I do it without spending all my life maintaining this manually?
Am I
And I don't have
broken?
a solution for that one. There needs to be a technical solution grabbing the data from
Something weird is
Battlemetrics
going
or
on here.
from wherever, and then having the right categories,
Okay.
and then let's go. But this is a lifetime project. I don't know how to do that one.
Yeah, that sounds
But
like something that has to be like maybe
exactly.
coded. Yeah.
Yeah.
So have you, not to make more work for you, of course, but
Go
I
on.
was just thinking about the events calendar and what a great resource it is.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking about all the people who have really good ideas for events,
Yeah.
but don't have access to a server. So like if you could if there was ever going to be like maybe a channel in the Daisy event calendar that would maybe have a place where people could advertise that they have servers available for events, or
Yeah.
have people like a personal section of the newspaper from a long time ago, like dating, like dating, but for
Yes.
events looking for servers.
Speed dating for Daisy events.
Yes.
That's great. I like this. That's a great idea. Yeah, I thought about that one, of course, but I said to myself, let's do it step by step.
Yeah.
And in the first step, there's the general chat. So if people are looking for that one, they have the ideas, but they are looking for server owners or for server hosts or some help, supporters, admins, shoutcasters, or whatever. Just bringing the people together. This was on my list when I started with the calendar, but I said, yeah, do we need to create a channel for that one?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens in the general chat.
Okay. Yeah.
But I mean,
This is a steep hill.
it could be an option. So
I couldn't
why
imagine
not?
running up this.
Let's define it.
I would have been
Sometimes
laying on the
there's a
ground
need, but if you don't
down there.
name it, people don't find it, you know?
Yeah.
So
Can
that's
you
a good
walk
point.
up these
I will
trees?
think about it and how to
Oh, that
use that one.
sucks.
You know, it's similar to the channel with the event videos and clips.
Right.
I said there's a lot out there on YouTube, on TikTok, and some clips on Twitch with regards to events. Sometimes it's an unedited 5 hours video, that's fine. Sometimes it's the best of from different points of views, including shoutcaster and admin perspective. That's the best thing what you can get from my
Right.
point of view. And if I find any video with regards to a Daisy event, I post it there. Just some information, name of the event, the date, the content creator, and maybe the event host.
Yeah.
And additionally, I crawl back through the calendar and put the same link in the data entry. So if you go back to War of the Survivors from March, you will find 3 videos in there. It's easier to find
Hey,
them
Pie,
the
how
way
you
around,
doing? I
in
may
the
be a
channel
slice
in
of
Discord. So make
pie.
it both ways. Yeah, keep it simple. make it easy for the.
Yeah. What the
Oh.
fuck is that? Is that a fucking? Is that a dragon?
I believe it's a dragon.
Ah! Oh, no, 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 no! Oh, no. Oh, I'm jammed. I'm jammed. I'm jammed. I'm jammed.
And they are teleporting. Oh.
Oh man, my gun's jammed.
I'm going. Oh shit! I wasn't prepared for that.
Oh no 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 no! Not you! Oh! 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 Oh no! What's there were 3 dragons and a clown on me. I'm a gun. My gun jammed and all I had was my dildo.
Dildo against dragons? That's not fair.
Hey Undead, how you doing? Oh my god. I'm interviewing Rhodey tonight, but we are my gun jammed and I just tried to use a dildo against 3 dragons and it didn't go well for me. 3 dragons and a clown. Oh my god. No, go away. So, did you see in the video in the live stream today from DayZ that the continuous bandaging would be a thing?
Yeah, that's great.
I can't wait for that.
I need that.
That would have been useful. Yes. Now I'm seeing this and undead. Oh
No,
wait.
it's the minor things.
Where's my
small
dildo?
things.
Oh
Happy already?
no!
Oh shit! I think we're dead.
Oh. Oh, so it's like you're high. I would not know
No
anything
dragons,
about
you don't
that.
see me.
But
Oh,
I was
great.
18 once.
Ah.
3 dragons and a clown on me. I got jammed, but all I had was my dildo. Actually, quote that. That's pretty fucking funny. Oh, I'm uncon again, but I was already
Yeah.
flashing blood. I think I'm in serious trouble now.
Yeah. Back to the northern
Preston,
view.
this is Hard
up.
Home Tropical Melcart. So I can't get it unjammed. You stupid son of a bitch. ASMR, fuck off. Dragon clown. You dragon. You clown. Why don't you fuck off and suck a bag of dicks? Oh. Every time I get up, that clown knocks me back out.
Oh no. I'm bandaging. Frank, come over.
I gotta go.
Red
See you.
house.
See you later,
Dragonfly
John.
running right
Have a
now.
fantastic weekend
Who knows
yourself.
for how long. Oh. This clown is a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Oh, ouch.
I don't know how I'm still alive, undead. I'm undead now. Call me undaddy. Oh man. So do you have a favorite emote that you like to use or that you like to see get used? It's not about how
Ah,
often you
that's
fall
another
clown.
interesting
It's about how
question.
often you drag it
mean,
back. It's goodbye.
If I think the annual recap in Twitch showed
Ooh, hydro
the emotes I
beams.
used the most in streams, and I believe it was the less than 3, the famous one, or the lol one, of course.
Oh yeah.
That's mainstream. As I said, I'm mainstream.
Yeah, I think the lol one is one that I use the most too, actually. Which just makes me think, oh, all of us just need a lol emote. That's going to be the most used one. I am so dead. No way! How am I only on con, y'all? What's going on? There's no way I'm waking back up. No, okay. Oh, I'm deader than shit. They call me super dead. I don't know where Rudy went. Yeah, so I died. I thought there was no way. Y'all. I thought there was no way that I was gonna get that. So we'll pop back onto the coast. We'll see what Rudy's up to. I've asked him all the questions. Well, actually, I've got a couple more. To ask him if he comes back. We've both been having internet problems tonight. We were at the beginning of the stream. We were wondering if we both might have the same internet service provider, even. It's been a fantastic interview. I've really enjoyed talking to him. And he doesn't stream, he doesn't YouTube, but he does run the Daisy event calendar Discord, which has all of the Daisy events listed. So if you do the squad command, exclamation point squad, you'll get the link to his Discord. And yeah, if you play Daisy or if you're interested in watching Daisy events, you'll have all the information that you need right at your fingertips. Lots of dropouts in the UK as well. Yeah. Marshmallow and the chocolate milk. Ooh, I'll have to. Do you do chocolate milk with marshmallow? I do hot chocolate. I'll put a marshmallow in a hot. Oh my fucking god. Yes! Look at the. Oh, baby, get on my feet. I love it. Are you still there? I hear spiders. I hear spiders. Oh no. Lag. Oh no. No! No! Not fair. I can't even see it. No, not fair. Did you? Did any of you see me actually getting hit? I've got the little red chain of death. I know that my internet is playing up now too. Yeah, I was kicked.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
I was talking and talking, no response. I thought, okay, it's Discord again. Time for a new rig. Or a new setup, whatever. I have a
Yeah.
question for you. Fighting the spiders, Bo. How do you handle spiders in your house?
Oh, see, I don't like spiders. So
Same.
when I see them in my house, this is going to sound crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But I make a deal with them. I look up at the spider and I say, if you stay up there, I'll leave you alone.
Perfect.
But
Do they listen?
if you come down to me, I might make a rational decision because I'm scared.
All right.
Yeah, I basically just ignore them, honestly. Unless one like tries to get on me and then I start to, freak out a little.
Yep.
How do you handle them?
Oh, that's different. In former days, in the past, I took the vacuum and it's gone. But then
Super
I said,
thick and loaded
"Alright,
with cream.
I believe it's not dead. It's alive inside the vacuum."
Oh
What
yeah,
should I do?
no, it scares me. It scares me. That's why I can't vacuum them. I think that, yeah.
Yeah, and then I just removed the brush, the lower end from the vacuum, and locked it up with foil or something, you know. So I was really creative in avoiding that the spider comes out of the vacuum again.
It's a good band right there.
All right, that wasn't a good decision. And then I tried to just to squeeze them, to smash them, but you have really ugly marks then on the wall, and
Yes.
that's not really nice.
Salted caramel one. Oh
I said,
God. They
no,
can't be
it's not nice
veganized.
to kill an
What?
animal just because you don't like it. So I just, oh no, he's glitching through the door. This big guy here.
Yeah, that's what was just happening to me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Where am I? Who am I? What am I doing? Why am I here? That does sound quite delicious. A marshmallow in your hot chocolate. I bet you he doesn't. So I had someone in chat ask me if you put marshmallows in your in your chocolate milk. Oh no. I think he's gone again. That's all right. He'll come back. We're on the struggle bus, y'all. Well, one contains white chocolate, the other contains milk and the caramel. Right, but I've made vegan caramel before, and you know what? It's. I know that you know Undead, but that's not really an excuse. That the caramel one. I mean, I don't know.
Apologies, Poet.
No worries, seriously.
I'm so sorry. I hate it when it happens, and it happens way too often.
Yeah.
So I heard marshmallows in the hot chocolate.
Do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good question. I never tried it, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
I love hot chocolate.
Yeah.
And as a German, marshmallows is not a thing you
Not
usually
really.
grow up with. So I
This
need
is
to try
true,
it.
Undead. This is true. It's actually really good.
Yeah.
But I think it's kind of like isn't the inside of the Dickmans, that's like a marshmallow, yeah?
Exactly, yeah. That's kind of it's a fluffy marshmallow.
Yeah.
A sticky, fluffy marshmallow, yeah. And you know, when I went to school, when I was, I don't know, 7, 8 years old, the biggest favor you could do is to hand me a sandwich with the Dickmans with the marshmallows.
So yeah, there's a grocery store in my area that sells those at the bakery. They sell the Dickman sandwich. I've never had one because
Try it.
yeah.
If you say afterwards, no, that's not my pair of shoes, I don't like it, that's fine, but you need to try it.
I'll try it
was
then.
The standard nutrition for the German students.
It just seems it does seem like something I would have loved as a kid, but it seems very indulgent as an adult.
Yeah, it can be. I don't like it anymore because I try to avoid too much sugar.
Yeah.
And it's pure sugar, of course. But as I said, when I grew up, it was the biggest. It was the reason to go to school to get one of those marshmallow sandwiches.
I love that. I think probably my this time of year, especially like when it starts to get closer to Fasching, all of the bakeries start doing the really kind of like the fancy Berliners, and those are so hard to resist.
They are, and there are so many different ways to have those Berliners. And you know, we can say Berliner, but one day I stepped with a coworker into a bakery and I ordered a Berliner and he almost killed me because he was from Berlin.
Oh!
He said, "That's a pancake." I said, "No,
what?
It's a pancake."
Wow, I didn't know that. Yeah, pancakes are flat.
Exactly. That's what I said to him. Yeah.
What is with this guy?
That's a Berliner. Okay. We're not the best friends.
So, do you have a favorite? There are several famous dishes, of course, from Germany. Do you have a favorite one?
Oh, that's interesting. I think it's been last week where I saw a short documentary about the different regions in Germany and the typical dish.
Shit's like
And
knocking me out.
when I said that's a region, in 80% I could tell which kind
God
of
damn it.
dish they would talk about. And for example, if you go to Munich, it's the Weisswurst, you know.
Yeah, yeah. Vice versa, so
Um,
delicious.
Definitely. I don't want to really know what's in it. I
Right.
think it's the meat from calf, but
Oh no, I
it's
didn't
the
know that.
tradition.
No.
Don't eat Weisswurst after I think 11 a.m.
Yes, you have it for breakfast, right, with a beer.
Yeah, exactly. And the pretzel.
Yes, and a pretzel, of course.
And sweet mustard.
The
That's fine.
sweet mustard is really good.
It is. So it fits together perfectly.
That's an Oktoberfest breakfast for sure. I don't
But
go to Munich
yeah, let's see.
much,
What
though. It's
else
too
do
far
we
away.
have? Then in the lower left-hand corner of Germany, in Schwaben, you have very special kind of pasta, I would say. Spätzle.
Spätzle, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Spätzle, and comes with certain kind of sliced meat in a brown sauce like goulash or something.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
quite nice. But I would say for Christmas with
Mm.
the family, this time we had the goulash, so means the sliced meat with dark sauce
Yes.
from a deer, and then
Okay.
with dumplings, potato dumplings, and how's it
Oh.
called, the red cabbage.
Oh, yeah.
So
It's
this is a typical thing, and you get it in all over Germany in different variations. And I would almost say this is one of my favorite dishes, but I can't have it every month. Once a year, that's fine.
yeah, once a year. Yeah.
Yeah,
At
yeah,
Christmas, it's nice.
yeah. So and then you have other times of the year where you have the typical seasonal food. And so, for example, I think it starts in March where you have the asparagus.
Ah,
Spargel.
Spargelsate, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's my
perfect.
favorite time of year. I love it so much.
Yeah, it's really good. You know where I grew up? That wasn't a Spargel asparagus region, but my dad loved that one. But he had the one from the glass, from the can, and I hated it. And it's totally different. Don't eat that one.
Yes. That's all that I had when I was a kid because in
Yeah.
in Florida it's just too hot.
Yeah.
So it doesn't grow
Very
there.
hot.
And I
Okay.
never liked it. So I didn't think I liked it, and then when I came here and I saw it fresh and I thought, "Oh, I'll try it." I bought some and I cooked it up and had it a lot of different ways, and then I realized I actually really like this. Like,
Yeah. So it's fresh from the field, and with a butter sauce or sauce hollandaise, just potatoes. Some like it with a schnitzel or something.
yeah.
It's fine as well, or with some jam. No, ham. Ham, not
Yes.
jam. Sorry.
I was thinking I've never heard of that,
yeah,
but
no, not
that'd be
jam.
interesting.
Yeah. Oh, got some strange creatures here. And then with a nice white wine. That's perfect.
Of
For
course.
asparagus. Yeah.
Yes.
The only downside of asparagus season is it's only available fresh in that season. It's a couple of weeks, only a few weeks, and you eat a lot of it.
Yes.
And I tend to eat too much, so I can't have it after 3 weeks, and then it's fine. So that's good.
Yeah, yeah. I love it when we when it's in season. I'm eating it like maybe
Yeah.
twice or three times a week. Just
Yeah. And I mean, nowadays it's in our cultures we are not used to have certain time limitations to vegetables or to fruits. It's available all the year long. you know, and this is not natural. So I try to focus a little bit more on that stuff which is available in the region you're living, and at the time when it's natural. So in the winter time, we have different kinds of salad or vegetables, and that's fine. You don't need to have it all year round.
Yeah,
But
I try
yeah,
to. There's a farmer around here that does
yeah,
like the boxes. So you go to the farm every
ah,
Saturday and you pick up the
perfect.
box, and it's whatever has gotten picked or harvested during
What
the
is
week.
fresh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's seasonal and it's and I really like it. He always has it's always interesting, and sometimes I have vegetables that I don't know
Mm,
what to do with, so I have to find,
yeah,
a new way to cook it or whatever.
perfect.
But yeah, it keeps it in season and not eating a lot of stuff. Like
Yeah,
right now I love tomatoes. They're one of my favorite things, but I'm not eating them this time of year.
yeah. Good choice, good choice. And you know, your posts with that stuff you're cooking, it's just mouth-watering. So you're a big inspiration. And every time I see this, I say to myself, I need to cook more. I need to prepare my food by my own more, or for us, and try out more stuff. Don't make every time the same stuff. So I tend to open the fridge, see what's available, and then I decide what to do with it.
Yeah, that's kind of what I do. That's one thing that I had to get used to, um, living in Japan and then living here is that the refrigerators are really quite small compared to what we're used to in the US.
All right, I can imagine. Yeah,
So I have to
you get the double
go.
door.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh, I have
Yep.
such a tiny, small, like old fashioned refrigerator, but
Mm,
so I have to go to the store a little bit more frequently. So
yeah.
um sometimes I'm on my way home from work, I'm stopping at the store. I have no idea what I'm going to make for dinner. It's just the first thing I see that looks good. Oh, okay, this is what I'll cook tonight.
Yeah. Perfect. That's how it should be, and that's the biggest fun of it. So I don't plan in advance regarding what I do. When I go to the grocery store,
Oh, yeah.
there's a lot of inspiration. You have your standards, your basics, and then look into the shelf, what's available seasonally, and that's fine.
Yeah, and I tend to do like where Slangani was visiting me over Christmas. So
Hmm.
when he's here, I cook a lot differently. When it's just me, I don't eat a lot of meat. Usually I just
Yeah,
do a lot of vegetarian or
yeah.
vegan food for myself. Um, and then if I go out to dinner or something, I might get a cheeseburger, but I like to just keep
Mm.
it real simple and real seasonal. Yeah. So you live in a it seems like so many people around here also have gardens. Like it just seems like everybody knows how to grow
Ah, yeah,
things.
yeah. That's a big thing, and I think it's a big part of the culture.
Yeah, for sure. I would definitely say that gardening is like, that scared me. Do the Zeds get caught by the bear traps? Like if I threw a bear trap in, would it hurt the Zed's foot? Where'd that grandma go?
I'm sorry, Discord wanted
It's all right.
again. No, I think it's part of the culture in Germany, and you know,
Uh-oh, I'm in
especially the
trouble.
rural areas
Oh
have
no! How was I not
full of little
inside?
gardens and little
Oh no, I can't
farmers
get up on
and
that.
farms and such. So I grew up on a little farm as well. It's a, let's say, a part-time farm. So my dad had a full-time job, but the um, the land.
Are you? How the
and,
fuck are they? Oh, this is bad
the
news, y'all.
buildings and the machines and tractors, etc. They all are giving from one generation to the next one.
Oh, okay.
That was
Damn.
interesting to see. I'm very glad that I grew up like I grew up, because it was in a small village and I learned how hard it is to get the food on the table. With potatoes from the field, with cows in the stable to get the milk. So I learned how to milk a cow, and it was a
I'm not
typical
good at
thing
hip firing.
that even as a kid you start to work and help your parents, small and bigger. But what I learned in the early beginnings is that it's too tough. I don't want to
Yeah.
spend my job, my life working on a farm. There needs to be other ways to earn some money, and I got huge respect for the farmers doing their jobs, and helping us to get
There was a
our
big
stuff
strike here
on the
this
table.
week. The
But
big farmer strike this week.
yeah, it's not my pair of shoes.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's a hard life, and I think it's harder now, especially because you have the big corporations
Yeah.
that have farms, so it makes it harder. We
Exactly.
where I live, it's a lot of small farms around here, and they have at Christmas time, all the farmers put the Christmas lights on their tractors and come drive through
That's
the
nice.
village.
I love it.
Yeah, it's really cool. The first year that it happened, I'd never seen anything like it before, and I got so excited, and I went running outside, and I was just waving, and they were throwing candy to the kids that were
Yeah.
standing in there, and I was, yeah, it was really cool. It's a small community, so everyone kind of knows everyone, but
Yeah.
it's not. Even though I'm somebody new here, it's okay. It's not like, oh, you're an outsider, go away. It's just, oh, you're part of our community now. This is what we do.
Yeah, perfect. Exactly. So I had a time when I moved to a new village. I was around 30 something. It was a really small village, maybe 600 citizens or something. And
That is
I didn't
small.
plan to leave the village after a short amount of time. So I was really keen to be part of the community. And the best way is to join one of the clubs or to go one of the festivals, even if it's a Schützenverein or whatever, and to have a beer or two or three, and that's a perfect way to do it.
Yes, that's what
It
I
was tough
discovered.
because the hangover was
want it.
horrible, but it's like, yeah, now you're part of the family, part of the community. That's good.
Yeah, I joined one of the clubs here, and we do a weightlifting class once a week, and then
Oh yeah.
like a Zumba class once a week.
Oh,
And
cool.
it's over at the Sportheim. And but every time after we end class, everybody wants to go down. There's a
Sure.
restaurant downstairs, so everybody wants to go have the cheeseburger and a beer, or just have a few beers. And I'm just sitting there going, we just finished working out. I'm still like all sweaty. I cannot sit here and drink beers right now, but somehow I always do, and somehow I always have to walk home and try and walk in a straight line.
Perfect. And it might be only hard for the first beer. After the second, you don't even care anymore.
Yeah, it's true.
I love it. That's good.
Yeah, it is. It is. It's a great place to live. I have no complaints.
Yeah.
And I think, oh yeah. So are there any this is my last question. Are there any games in 2024 that you're looking forward to that are coming out?
Are there other games than DayZ?
No, there are not.
That is,
They don't exist.
they don't exist. I try to, but they don't exist. No, I think this would be a little bit too harsh or something.
It's that Chad one again. I don't want
The
him.
honest answer is, and I'm a pretty honest guy, I don't have on my monitor what's coming out. What kind of games will be launched in 2024? And I'm glad after the day before that there are not many games where you have to have doubts about what really happens. And
Yeah.
that was a big disaster and a very negative impact on the gaming industry, I believe. And all the people felt to be cheated or whatever, and it was unbelievable. Grab the money and run. Um, horrible situation. No, that
Yeah.
was a negative example, and it's just one. Um,
Yeah, but I think it probably woke up the gaming industry a little bit,
yeah, yeah,
For
yeah,
so long, a lot of them have been doing this, pre-sale and early access for a lot more money, and
yeah.
then I feel like after this, those of us who buy games
Hmm.
are gonna say, well, wait a minute, let's
Yeah,
remember what happened with this, and we're gonna be a little more cautious, and we're gonna force the gaming companies to maybe change their tactics a little bit and how they sell and develop games.
exactly. I think the players or the potential players for any new game are meanwhile very cautious buying pre-access or something like that, spending money for a game which isn't finished, and meanwhile it's not a question of when will it be finished, it's more a question of will it ever be finished
Right.
or launched or whatever. So we all know the term of it's banana software. It gets finished when it's at the customer, yeah. But with games nowadays, after this very bad example, people are more cautious, and that's for a reason, I believe. No, I
Yeah.
think 2024, I don't have on my list what's coming up next. I'm very looking
That Chad
forward,
one is so hard
but
to
it's
kill.
way too early to be in this mood already, is Daisy 2.
Yeah,
Um,
I agree. And there's a lot of talk about that, isn't there? I mean,
yeah, it is.
it's on a lot of our minds, and I think it's really, I think if I were part of the dev team
Yeah.
and I heard people talking about wanting a sequel to a 10-year-old game, I'd have a lot of pride in what
Mm,
I do, because that's good. Like, you've done a great job if you've got people still playing this game, still eager to play this game, and looking forward to the next version of it. That's some longevity. You can't get that with advertising.
absolutely, absolutely. And I think trying to be in the shoes of a game publisher, game developer of Bohemia Interactive, um, the companies have limited resources. So this means you have a certain team. And how do you handle the topic? You want to keep up the player base for an existing game. You still are in the need to constantly improve it. But on the other hand, you got plans to have a brand new version of the game, means Daisy 2. So how do you handle and how do you handle that, and how do you split the resources, means the teams? That's an interesting situation you're in.
It
And I
is.
mean, yeah, and I mean every time I see any trailer of upcoming games based on the newest engines with the unbelievable graphics, um, I always I'm always a little bit jealous that my favorite game is on a graphics engine or a game engine which is more than 10 years old or something like that. And I'm pretty keen to see a next version of DayZ with those graphics.
Yeah, yeah. Especially, I think, as we move forward with what graphics cards can do and what
Yeah.
home computers can do, And that's it totally. It's this game that we absolutely love and we want to see it in that in that same way. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And we will see it one day. Not this year, not next year. And we have in mind as soon as we see the first version of the game, it will be an early access, a pre-alpha or whatever, and there will be lots of work still to do. But I can't wait. I want to see it, and I mean, I don't complain about the graphics in the existing DayZ game.
Right.
It would be different if you would play a lot of different games, other games with better graphics, which you have nowadays. But if DayZ is the main game, it's not the ultra graphics which attracts you at the game.
Right.
It's the gameplay, it's the other stuff we discussed already, and you accept that it's not the newest game engine, that's fine. But at a certain point, it will be a decision maker, the gaming quality or the graphics quality, and there
Yeah.
needs to be a DayZ 2, and there will be, because the genre of this survival won't disappear in the next years, I
Well,
believe.
I think having 72,000 people playing DayZ
Yeah,
10 years after it was made is
Yeah.
is proof of that.
yeah,
Yeah. It's not going anywhere. People want more.
yeah. And the DayZ team with Bohemia and the devs and the publisher, etc. I think that's the biggest part to be proud of, to be in that state 10 years after the launch of the game.
Yeah, I agree. That's amazing. And I think it's a lot of it is because DayZ isn't just another point and shoot game. It's the interactions. It's everything else that happens in DayZ. And the way that it's been developed has allowed for that growth. So that's really cool to see. I think we're going to see more of it. I'm pretty excited to see what comes in the future for DayZ. I don't know about you, chat, but when Undead gifted me this game, I had no idea what it was about. And I didn't like it. I hated it. 50 hours in, I hated it. And then something clicked one day and I absolutely fell in love. Here I am 2 years later. And I think about it too much. I think about this game way too much.
maybe. I don't know, maybe I need to upgrade my RAM or whatever. I need to talk to a specialist. But it's not difficult to find anybody who got more clue of those stuff than I do.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. If you ask in the Discord, I bet you'll probably have people that can help you out.
Yeah, exactly.
I always have people that can help me out with that kind of stuff anytime I ask.
That's good.
There's always people in the community that know a hell of a lot.
Yeah. I'm so impressed by all those technical specialists. It's just impressive. I
It
wonder
is.
always, how can you learn all that stuff? How did that happen?
Yeah, I don't.
Learning by doing.
I'm too scared to ruin anything to experiment with my computer. I'll experiment with cooking and I'll experiment with other stuff, but I don't want to touch my computer.
Same here. I was proud to myself that I added or plugged in additional RAM, but maybe that's the issue.
Glad I did too, Slan.
I don't know.
Double,
it's
triple
great.
glad.
No, I think
Just let me finish
the
my
genre,
cereal first, please, Linda.
which is mainly based on DayZ, I would go that far. Will keep us busy in the next years and decades, and it's the perfect base for another game.
Yeah.
Like DayZ.
Yeah, I agree.
It will be a challenge because the expectations will be very high on DayZ 2.
Yes.
it's more than just having the existing game on a newer graphics engine or game engine.
Right, but they can't change too much. Like they can't
That's the
try to
point.
turn it into COD, you know, like
Yeah, that's the point. And I don't want to have it like COD or like any competitive game or
right.
something.
I
It's
want it like Daisy. Yeah.
Exactly. And this is the biggest challenge, I believe. But if you have the same people taking care of that one that you have taken care of Daisy today, I think the chances are high that they don't break the success of Daisy with Daisy 2.
Yeah. Well, that's all I've got. You have really given some great thoughtful answers, and I always get such a good look into Daisy, especially when I get to talk to people who've played it for a long time, because I'm so new to it still.
Yeah.
And it's always really cool to hear kind of like how it's changed and how the community around it has changed a bit, and see how passionate the people are that have been playing it for a long time still are about it.
I think that's an important point, the passion about it. I think if you ask different people that are much deeper into the topic and the changes, there are videos out there and streamers know a lot about it. I'm just a consumer. I was always on the, let's say, on the top level of the changes, etc. But the passion about it, that is something that you can find with every DayZ player. Sometimes passion is the criticism and the complaints and all that stuff. It's
Yeah.
part of the passion as well. But overall, and at the end of the day, there might be a reason or two why so many people still play the game, and it won't stop in 2024. I'm very looking forward to every little patch, every little update that comes next week. The 124 experimental will start.
Yes.
Hopefully on a Tuesday. I think I got in mind that usually it launches on a Tuesday. Fingers crossed. And then, as Daisy already said, they will start with minor updates in the beginning of the year, and then over the year, they will add new content and such, and then at the end of a year, I think we can expect the big boom. And this is not helicopters. This is not Daisy 2.
Oh,
It will be
oh my God, that
maybe
thing.
a new map, and I think the chances are very good for that.
Oh, yeah, I agree, and that's super exciting.
Absolutely.
Oh, what the hell? All
No,
right. I had to kill this
So-
monkey. It was, what the hell?
Oh, it's you. You're at the gas station in Astad.
Yes.
I'm on a little shop in Astad. I was watching you.
Oh, okay. I'm just about dead again already. I see you.
Oh no, you're limping.
Yeah, I'm not healthy.
We got the same shirt? Fool? No?
I've
No,
got
you got
Nine
the
Inch
9 Inch
Nails.
Nails.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh, I love the special metal touch and rock touch. What's your typical kind of music you're hearing or listening to?
I listen to a lot of different types of music. I love music. I've always got it on, but
Yeah,
I am a pretty big fan of metal.
perfect.
I mean,
Perfect.
I'm definitely like you could tell I was a teenager in the 90s.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Great. Same here. So yeah, I'm a metal fan, but I think I would describe my taste for music more like rock,
Yeah.
which is the basic for metal, I would believe. And interesting is, if you try to discover new music, new bands, new albums, and you figure out one step back, what's the influence of this band or of this music or of this style. And regarding metal and rock, most of that comes back to Motorhead.
Yeah,
And I remember when I was a teenager, I
he's
couldn't do
got it.
anything with Motorhead. That was so strange for me. Same with Metallica,
Motorhead.
and those kind of music and bands,
Oh
or
god, I love
AC/DC.
Metallica.
But meanwhile, I say, really, Lemmy Kilmister and Motorhead is the basic for so many rock bands and metal bands, and sometimes they even don't know it, but it's great. I
He's
mean, I can't listen
he's
to
not wrong.
Motorhead all day long. That's too much.
Yeah, yeah.
But if you want to have raw rock and the roots of metal, then Motorhead is the go-to music, I believe.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I it right here though, right here in Germany, right here in this part of Europe is prime for concerts. There are
Oh
so many concerts here. I love it.
yeah. Oh yeah. I love it too. And that's bonus part of living close to a bigger city. So the next bigger city for us is Cologne, and this means a lot of
Oh,
culture, like concerts and theater
beautiful there
and
too. Yeah.
whatever. It's great. I don't like the to go with a car because the traffic is horrible.
Yes. Yes.
But the concerts are great. After Christmas, we've been in a former cinema. It's called Gloria, and nowadays it's a event location for concert with a small stage, and it's great. And we saw Jaya the Cat. I don't know if you heard of them. Um, it's just for me the best live band ever
I'll have to check them out.
because they don't fill huge arenas. It's still the music club size, you know,
Yeah.
and that's perfect. Their music style, I would describe it as reggae folk punk, something like
So
that.
there's a band that there it's a German band called Fiddler's Green that's like
Oh, they're great. Yeah.
I love them.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And they do those kind of like smaller like bar shows like that.
Yeah. Perfect.
Oh, I love yeah. like they're not like the reggae folk punk. They're more like the Irish folk punk. But
Yeah.
yeah, kind of
Exactly.
like that folk punk kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly. They come perfectly with cider or with a Guinness
Yes.
or whatever kind of beer goes as well, or an IPA or something. Yeah, Fiddler's Green are great. So it's the Irish version of carnival music, you know.
Yeah.
There's a certain comparison. It needs to be in your mind and on your tongue pretty
Mhm.
easily.
Mhm.
And if you
He's
have
right.
hangover next day, that's part of the game, you know.
It's true. Yes. Yes.
You
I went to see Flogging Molly, and
oh
they opened up for Flogging Molly. And so after
oh
I saw them then I looked to see if they were going to tour again, and they came through
yeah,
my town, and they kept touring, and so I've seen them 3 or 4
wow,
times now.
yeah,
I love them.
that's perfect. Flogging Molly. I remember I had some coworkers in my car. They were from the UK, and when I started the car, the music started as well, and it was Flogging Molly. And for English people, it was a little bit strange to see a German guy in a German car, and you had some Flogging Molly. They were surprised, let's say it like that.
Yeah, well, I mean, when I went to see him in the concert here, it was packed. So apparently,
Yeah,
they're well liked, which is, you know, they're a 20,
Ooh,
20-year-old
nice
band.
boobs.
yeah.
Oh, you've got nice
What was
boobs
your
too.
first live concert you went to?
Oh God. I'm definitely gonna show my age. The first live concert I went to was probably ZZ Top.
Wow, that's great. I mean, that's the benchmark on a very high level for everything what you see next when you start with CZ Top, right?
Yeah, I saw them in high school, and
Great.
yeah, it
They're
was
from
a good
Texas,
show.
right?
They are from Texas. Yeah.
Yeah,
Poison.
impressive. Really impressive.
And then what was your first one?
Oh, my first one, I was, I think, 21 when I saw the Pokes live the very first time.
Oh,
Do you know that? That band?
yes, yes, that's
Yeah,
so cool.
yeah. That was my first live gig. I visited, and yeah, sadly the lead singer died
Yeah,
right before Christmas.
yeah, just a few weeks
But
ago.
everyone wondered that he's still alive for 65. And I saw a documentary about him. And when you know how he grew up in Ireland and he had his
Shay
first beers
McGowan. Yes.
regularly on
Hey,
a daily
putties.
basis, almost
Hey,
when
putties.
he was a child, you don't wonder anymore why he drank so much. It was part
Yeah.
of his blood, I believe. Yeah, but the music, great. It's just like I think sometimes I got the feeling that Flogging Molly or Fiddler's Green wanted to go into the direction of the Pogues.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think so too. Especially because Fiddler's Green can do some. They can take a lot of social topics in their songs.
yeah.
Drank 2 bottles of martini. That's a lot.
And
That's a
what
lot.
was the last concert you've been at?
The last one I went to was actually just in November,
Hmm.
and I went to Frankfurt and I saw Queens of the Stone Age.
Wow. How was it?
It was amazing.
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
It was amazing. I was just yeah, it was they were so good. I've wanted
Yeah.
to see them for at least 22 years, and I
Mhm.
finally got my chance and
Perfect.
I cried.
Oh yeah.
It was
Tears of
good.
happiness.
It
Yeah.
was, yeah. You'll be at the concert in the sky. Yeah, you love your music too, Putties. And what was your most recent one?
Yeah, it was Chaya the Cat in
Oh,
Cologne.
okay.
But
Yeah.
that's one of the. I saw them 2 times before, but in a bigger music hall in Cologne. And I was a little bit
Cologne is
scared of
gorgeous,
this
guys.
smaller location. But it was the right choice.
I'm
Um,
off to see this.
I said
Oh,
no, standing at the side,
jealous. I'm
just
gonna
nodding with my
need to
head.
go to
That's
lots of
not
shows.
the way I want to have to spend this evening. I was right in the middle, and I pushed the throttle to the bottom, and it was just amazing.
I love that. I love
You know?
that's what I did at the last Fiddler's Green show, and I was
Yeah,
right up against the stage and I was right in the middle,
perfect.
and the next day I was a little hurting and a little bruised, but it was worth it.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh, see, I
Yeah,
love
it
local
it
bands.
expands just the time period for the good memories,
It
which is
does.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it does. Well, this has been an absolute treat of an evening. I really appreciate you talking to me and letting me interview you.
It was a great pleasure. I was honored when you asked me to do the interview already, because I saw some you did before, and I feel absolutely and literally honored. And it was a huge pleasure to be your
I
guest
have it.
today. Thanks so much. Thanks so much for having me. It was great fun, and now I have a look on the clock at 11.
Yeah.
The time flies. It's unbelievable. It's really great. And
I
it's so nice to get a little bit of insight of who's Poe.
yeah.
It's great.
Yeah, I agree. I agree because you're like you said, you're very much a behind the scenes guy, but
Yeah.
I love getting to know everyone that's in this community, not just the
Yeah.
people that are on Twitch. So I think it's a good way to get to know people. That I am being told by Mr. Yorkshire Pudding that I haven't asked you the most important question yet, and it's a
Uh-huh.
question that I have to ask everyone.
Uh-huh.
and he wants to know who is the most handsome DayZ player.
I mean, there's just one. No, there's two. Okay. The
Oh no! Oh no! I lost him! I lost you in Discord.
yeah, crap. Let me. I need to do it. I need to read Discord real quick. That's better.
Okay. I can't wait to hear what he says. Do you remember the person that I asked? I don't remember who it was, but Pudding, do you remember the person I asked and they immediately said happy bombs? He said there's two though. I am super
Sorry again, and hopefully last time for the inconvenience.
It's okay.
Horrible how's Discord reading me today. No, so the official answer is Putz, of course, but
Putz,
honestly,
of
I don't
course.
have any picture of this handsome guy in my mind.
We just have to trust him.
We have to trust him.
We just have to trust that he's the most handsome DayZ player.
Let's treat him the right way. Okay, he's the most handsome one, but rumors has it that Slan is definitely and by far the most handsome DayZ player out there.
I have to agree. I might be a bit biased, but I have to agree.
Yeah. And rumors are not wrong. Never, you know?
No, never.
No.
Never.
So,
You should
confirmed.
always trust rumors on the internet. It's
Myth confirmed. Perfect. That's great. It was really great to have a little run. I'm so sorry for the technical issues I had. This gives me the chance to maybe invest in a new rig or something. I need to back my wife for that one.
Yeah.
But, you know, we have two horses. So she spends more money for her hobby than I do.
Obviously, those horses will eat what a new computer will cost.
Exactly. I mean, it's Icelandic horses. It's not the expensive, huge ones.
You know who?
But,
Who? Pudding? Have you
it's
met
great.
Pudding Undead?
I love animals. I love horses and dogs, and it's great. No, I think it's time for at least a little bit of investment in hardware.
Yeah.
So I got the reason. Thanks for giving me the
reason. But there's no inconvenience. We all have tech issues sometimes. I mean, you know how it goes.
And it's always the wrong timing for that one, you know. If you're playing for your own solo, who cares? But on an important day with that one, apologies.
Yeah, no worries. No worries. It happens. Well,
I got the feeling that you're talking about hiking in Germany, and I'm hiking in Germany, and you're talking about meeting DayZ players. So if you're planning to do a list for meeting people from DayZ in real life, maybe you put me on that list and I try to manage it.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. That'd be really cool. Well, I'm probably going to be going up to Dusseldorf sometime this spring because there's a large Japanese population up there, and it's one of the few places where I can get like the Japanese food and stuff that I like. So
and I figured out your Japanese seems to be more than basic stuff, right?
It was when I lived in Japan, but I've been away since 2017, so I would be really it would probably come back to me, but at first I would probably sound like a 4-year-old.
But it's even then it's much better than my broken English.
Are you serious? You speak perfect English.
No, I had my English skills. As I said, it's a limitation of how I can express myself. And, it takes too much capacity of my brain, you know.
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah.
But yeah, no, if you're on your way to Düsseldorf and you're passing the region where we live, drop me a message and maybe we can manage some smaller Daisy meet and greet.
Meet and greet. That'd be
Yeah.
awesome. Meet and greet beer time.
Yay! Sounds great. Perfect.
All right. Well, thank you so very much again, and I'll probably
Yeah.
have the VOD up on YouTube sometime this weekend. So
Perfect. That's
yeah, and of course I'll be in the Discord checking out all the Daisy events, and everyone else you should
Perfect.
too.
I love it. So it's you coming back every time.
Yeah, I'm sneaking in there checking out things. Yeah, of course I need to know what's going on.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. So thanks a lot for the beautiful time, and thanks a lot for the time you spent with me tonight, for your patience. It was a great adventure. We haven't had that much success against the creatures from OGT.
The
He
the
didn't
dragons
treat
got the
us
best
well.
of us. Yeah.
Oh yeah. But yeah, it was really great and a
And we
big
talked
pleasure.
about individual
Big pleasure.
pudding.
Thanks a lot for
Yeah,
that.
thank you. I've had a blast.
Yeah.
You want to run anytime?
Okay. I will drop you a message. Same way around. If you feel lonely, you don't want to be on your own in DayZ, and you need some guy. Maybe I got some time, and we can
There was
continue
nothing in
our
my base.
adventure or start a new one.
Yeah, I think that sounds fantastic. I will definitely do that.
Perfect. That's great. 9-inch nails. I love the T-shirt.
Yeah, I like the tool hoodie too.
Yay. All right.
All right.
So thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care.
Yeah, good night.
Gute Nacht. Good night. And have a great weekend.
Yeah, you too. It's
All right.
maybe we'll actually get some snow next week. I'll be excited.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed.
Of course, of
And
course.
then with a tube sleigh. Perfect.
Yes.
I think I'm gonna log out here on the dump.
Yeah,
with the
I
other
was just
two.
gonna hop over here on the car and do the same. Yeah.
Yeah. Perfect.
All right. Well, I will speak to you soon then.
Yeah. Thanks a lot.
All
Take
right.
care.
Bye.
See you soon. Bye bye.
Y'all, that was so much fun. Seriously. That was a blast and a half. I hope that you all enjoyed it. I always enjoy these things, so of course I did. Um yeah, so we've I think that we've really kicked off our 2024 interview series with a bang, and next week we're having Chimney as our guest. It was a blast, wasn't it? Um let me look at my calendar and I can tell you who's on deck. So next week we have double guests. We have Trucko on Wednesday, and we have Chimney on Friday. And then on February 2nd, we have Bam Bam. February 9th, we have Mr. Hanman. February 16th, we have Biz Bomb. And let's see what else. I've asked several other people, and I have several other people that I still need to ask. So, everyone, I hope that you're looking forward to those. I know I sure am. So, yeah, now let's do some rating, and I know just who it is that I want to raid tonight, because he was in my stream last night and he was saying very kind things to me. And he actually always has very kind things to say to me, which is lovely. But we're gonna raid. Oh my god, my brain is falling apart. We're gonna go raid Mr. Mikey Larkin. We're gonna go raid Mikey motherfucking Larkin. So I appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight. I really do. You did, but you're not streaming right now, Putties. I can't raid you if you're not streaming, can I? Right? So we're gonna go raid Mr. Mikey motherfucking Larkin. And I really appreciate you all hanging out with me tonight. For everyone who hopped in and followed with that awesome-ish raid, I really appreciate it. You don't accept raids. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. And Ish, I know that you're long gone enjoying time with your family, probably. Thank you so much for the raid. It was really nice of you to think about me. And I'll be back possibly Sunday, but definitely Monday. We'll have a little Monday morning quickie. And then Wednesday and Friday. And like I said before, streams are back on the table, baby. We are back. We're here 3 to 4 days a week. So I will see you again in just a couple of days. Hugs and kisses and stars for wishes. I hope that you all have a fantastic weekend. Bye bye.